What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to The Den. If you're not familiar with The Den is the best conversation on the internet. And remember, hey, we're all friends in The Den, whether we agree, disagree, however you feel, whatever's on your mind. Even if we're not on the same page, it's all about getting some understanding of one another. So I apologize for the slight delay. I had a crash. So, I set the stream to start, ran upstairs to, do my duties. I ain't gonna lie, I went to go get a burger real quick, but but it was already ready. I just had to grab it out the microwave, and I came back down, and the computer had crashed, so we had to get it rebooted and everything. But shout out to all of the friends in the Den, all of the denizens, all the degenerates, all the den folk. I hope y'all are having a fantastic Friday evening. Today is March 8th? I had to look at the clock on the side. And we're going to talk about Jussie, man. Jussie back in the news a little bit today and not necessarily doing anything different, but the charges that they've hit him with, 16 felony counts of technically disorderly conduct, but basically account for each lie that he told to law enforcement, and that is unfortunate. But before we get all the way into that conversation, man, we got to talk about a couple other things that are way more important. And starting that off, let's make sure you're following The Den on all the proper social medias, facebook.com/Den Show Live, Twitter and Instagram, different platforms, but the same name, so it's easy to remember. Den Show Live. Most everything is Den Show Live, except for like the URL. So, but Den Show Live, try to keep it same so it's easy to remember. So if you have Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, check out Den Show Live and join the Den Show, closed Facebook group, if you just want to chop it up throughout the day. And thank you to everybody who has so far. If you ever want to contact the Den and we're not streaming live, you can always call 1-833-284-3336, or we all have cell phones, so 833-284-3336. Or for the easier to remember way, 833, the Den. If you want to call, you can always leave a voicemail, or if you have some constructive criticism, some opinions, some topics you'd like to drop, you're always welcome to leave that on the line. Or you can go to denshowlive@gmail.com. and, leave some constructive criticism that way. If you ever want to tell a friend about the Den and want to make it easy on them and not have to tell them go to YouTube, this, that, and the third, just tell them go to the Den Show, thedenshow.com around 10 p.m. Central Time, and they'll be plugged in with everyone else. So, also, a couple of other quick things. Make sure we're still trying to reach that goal, folks. And I want to say shout out to everybody who has shown love, and some of y'all have dug deep, and I appreciate all that. I appreciate all the love and the support, keeping the channel alive, keeping the channel going. But if you want to support the Den, you can go to streamlabs.com/The Den Show. Link in the description below, or you can just type that in and go to the proper place if you want to donate to support the channel. And there's other avenues. I know some people said they have trouble with Streamlabs. You can go in the description below, and there's some other links that you can use. And for everybody who has donated to the Den from Streamlabs, this is a little quick something for you. I hope it plays right. So I just want to say special thanks to the Patreon supporters: Stina Starry-Eyed, Danny F. Sweetberry, Brandon 335, J Dizzle, Rashida O'Shea, Cassie Cage, Hurrah, Cool Boy, Lockbird, Sean, T'Challa, and these are all the Denjamin donators. Jess Sarah, MPL 0616. And there's been some other folks who have donated. I just had the stats from since we started the campaign to save, well, not really save the Den, but I don't even know what we're going to call that. I know in the sauce called Saving Sauce. But everybody who has supported since we've been on this campaign, and like I said, I haven't had a chance to get all the numbers together and see where we're at. But I'll have that for y'all tomorrow. And if you watch Sauce Sports, then we'll check that out. So let's get into the conversation, though. But before we get into the conversation, we've got to talk about all the Dengenerates that are joining us this evening. And so shout out to Culture Anubis, Captain Diggler, Strawberry, or Sweetberry. I can call you Strawberry, but then when I guess it makes sense that the W is before the T. So Sweetberry 32. Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? The nigga who could. Jess Sarah, what's the motherfucking deal? Simply Deep 1985. Cassie Cage, what's the motherfucking deal? My Town Trill. V Darko. I don't know this is what I'm saying. Y'all trying to make me update shit all in the middle of the goddamn Man Up, what's the motherfucking deal? Dr. Rabbit. With your Tapatio. Vincent, what's the motherfucking deal? Jared Key. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. Brian Roscoe, what's the motherfucking deal? And Brandon 335, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, hey. Honcho the ex-Honcho. Yes, I've reformed. I've changed my ways. But again, thank you to everybody who's been supporting. Thank you to everybody who tunes in every night. Thank you to everybody who sends words of encouragement. And the nigga who could, when beyond the funny nigga, goddamn all those niggas together, beyond the funny nigga, the nigga who could, whatever one of y'all niggas it is. But it is what it is, man. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. A lot of stuff to talk about in this Jussie case, man. So let's get into it, man. Let's just talk about it. I mean, that's basically the only option we got is to speak on the shit. So, I guess my mic seems a little bit low. Let's turn them shits up. All right, there we go. So, Jussie, we got to recall everything that's been going on in this case. It's been a little bit. I know some of y'all like, man, fuck that. I don't want to talk about Jussie no more. Goddamn. Well, we talking about it, and then we'll talk about some other things. So, Jussie Smollett. Okay. I was not even familiar with this guy until this case. I'm going to be honest with you. And there's been a lot of backlash, a lot of support, a lot of people who agree. And I just find it all very interesting what's been going on with him. But Jussie Smollett. Okay, this is a picture of Jussie when he was leaving jail from getting bailed out after getting charged with the first felony count. Was that February 20th? So it was my mom's birthday. So he got charged on February 20th after making the accusations on the 29th of January. So a few weeks later, after that whole situation took place. And now a grand jury has indicted him on 16 charges. And you're like, 16 charges? God damn, how did he get fucking 16 charges? Well, 16 charges are for each of the lies that Jussie told. And so, you know, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to talk about here shortly what I think is really going on and what I think the outcome will be. I know that there's some people who say, oh, it should be this, it should be that. But I'm going to tell y'all honestly what I really think is going to happen. I'm going to tell y'all what I really think is going on, and we're going to talk about it. So, kind of just a brief update. So the grand jury returned 2 separate sets of charges, one of each lie Smollett allegedly told. The first are related to what he told the officers about the alleged attack. The attackers called him racial homophobic slurs, struck him with their hands, put a noose around his neck, poured a chemical on him. The second set, the interviews he had about the attack, and he said that he fell on the ground. Basically, they kicked him and some other things. So basically, and this is what I knew from initially that there had to be some inconsistencies in the stories. That's why one wanted the police camera off so he could say, oh, well, they said this, or maybe they took my story wrong. That helps him kind of be able to you know, say this or that. Then after the TMZ situation came out, then he went back and told him again in the second interview that some different stuff happened. So this is what I'm saying. So if he said that he got kicked and then the noose got put around him, and I'm just trying to figure out like how the timing of all that worked. But then, you know, we know it all came out to be fake. And so we sat there and we discussed that, and people were like, oh, you don't know, there's no way. And, you know, I'm like, shit, I've been attacked. I ain't been attacked, but shit, I've been into some scraps. I ain't won all of them. I took some L's, you know, I gave some L's. And I'm just thinking about how those things have gone in my lifetime. And it just didn't sound anything like the situation that he had going on. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let's just be reasonable. Some of that shit didn't make sense. But people said, oh, Honcho, you're a homophobe. You're homophobic, Honcho. That's what you are. That had nothing to do with that. Like, I ain't even talk about the dude being gay. I really don't care about all that. But we're going to get into why that is a very important factor, though. So what's happening now is the grand jury, and again, this is in Chicago, and this is in a very liberal area, as many people say. So I think there's a lot of people who have to be upset by this. All right, nigga, man, you be safe out there, man. So you be safe that way. And so my thing is, again, like I say, you know, I've had my incidents that I've been involved in on one side or the other, and it just don't seem that the timing and everything that happened was just way off. But we know that. We know that now. We know that it was a lie. We know that the Nigerians came out. They were looking for 2 suspects, and they had them on film. Turned out to be the Nigerian brothers. Turned out that there were rehearsals and role playing and some other weird shit. One of the brothers was an extra on the show. The other brother was Jussie Smollett's personal trainer, so they say. I don't know. The dude looks a little frail to me. I don't know what kind of personal training was going on. I don't think I want to know what kind of personal training was going on. None of my motherfucking business, and I'm cool with that. So you go from that whole situation, then you go to, them giving basically the evidence, them saying that Jussie, orchestrated the whole deal. He paid for it. The letter and everything. And that's, I think, is very key. We got to talk about that letter, because from what I've read, these charges are just about the lies. The letter itself is a completely different situation. And when you're talking about the mail, you're talking about federal. Federal is going to come get you. So that's a whole different situation. Let's talk about that. So that same article basically said Smollett had reported threatening letters being sent to him on Empire containing white powder week before the attack. It's in the FBI crime lab for analysis, and they say experts believe he could face federal charges for allegedly sending the letter. Eddie Johnson said he faked a letter using racist, homophobic language, basically because he was dissatisfied with the salary. So that's the thing. That's the thing that you got to look out for. You got to look out for additional charges that are possibly coming in addition to these 16 charges. So we know the story. We know everything that's going with it. And I think for them to approach it in this manner lets them know that they have more than significant evidence to prove everything that's happening in this case. And I think that, it's going to be tough sledding for him. But let's be realistic. He's going to end up taking some type of plea deal. He's going to end up taking, even if he does plead guilty, it's most likely going to be probation, because you can say 16 counts, 16 felonies. Oh, my fucking God. It sounds good, right? It generates a lot of attention. It shows that the Chicago Police Department is not playing with him, that they're trying to maximize every potential avenue that they have. But what you got to understand when it comes to the law, when it comes to legalities, you have the police who do their job, and they issue the charges and everything of that nature. But then you have the judge and his own determination, or the jury, or whatever, So there's two different aspects of it. And depending on if he does go to a jury trial, which I'm hoping that he does, because I don't think it would be smart if the grand jury indicted him. You can only imagine what a jury would do. And most likely, if you are wasting the court's time, if you make it more difficult on the court, they're going to make it more difficult on you. So I think that's just something that you have to consider. So I don't think that he is doing very well in the eye of, in the court of public opinion. So he's already losing that. But I think that ultimately they're going to look at it like, okay, it was two incidents. You could say it was all tied into one major incident. And so I think that they're definitely going to, it's going to be lesser charges when it's all said and done, because it's all pertaining to one deal, but he lied multiple times about it. Now, they may be able to use that and say, hey, well, Jussie had the opportunity not only to come clean to the police, about lying. I mean, first he lied, then he had a chance to come clean about it, but he continued to push the lie. Then after that, he went on television and continued to push that narrative. He went into a major venue in Hollywood pushing the narrative. Then you have, all the kind of backlash that happened from that, all the people who were, saying this, that, and the third, the Hollywood people who look out for each other. And they don't care about you or me, but they'll tell you that they do. Yes, Jay Dizzle, you fall asleep on the stream, we're going to talk about Jussie again. So, like I said, even though they're saying 16 counts, I don't think these are the things to be concerned about. But what I do think you have to be concerned about, what I do think you have to be paying much more attention to, and that is the letter. And I think, we can get caught up in this, and it can, it's like, oh, 16 counts, he's going to go to jail. He's not going to go to jail for a very long time, if he does go at all. Trust me, it sounds egregious to us, and there's a lot of flack and a lot of backlash and a lot of shit tied to it. But let's be realistic. He's not going to get a whole lot of time. He may get, like I say, a slap on the wrist. Him having a previous incident of lying to the police, they may up it up. He may get a significant extended amount of probation time. But ultimately, I don't see him getting jail time if he is. I mean, I don't even see it being a year, maybe a few months at the most. You know what I'm saying? So, Don Lemon. So with that being said, Jussie has got hit with the charges, 16 felony counts. I don't think anything's going to happen to him major. What I'm really concerned about, though, is what is going to happen when the letter comes out and they say, okay, well, we're going to hit you with some federal charges. That's when I think we have to start talking about some things. If you play with the mail, you ain't getting no bail. I just made it up. That shit sound good, though, right? But let's talk about it, man. So here's what we're going to do. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I did say that we would talk more about the Vice situation today, the black liberals versus the black conservatives. So I hope that y'all did get a chance to see that. If you didn't, we'll speak on that a little bit more, and just kind of whatever's going on in the world, whatever's going on in your world. Remember, we have a time limit now on calls, 5 minutes. So once you reach that mark, I'll be winding you down. And I don't know if that sounded right, but we wind it down. So that way everybody can have a chance to, call in, express their opinions, speak on how they feel about this particular topic or whatever it may be. So give me just a second. Let me open up the Denline here. And all that good stuff. Broderick, what's the motherfucking deal? Angel Wood, how you doing? T'Challa, Kiki, Ricky, what's the motherfucking deal? NPC, let me see who else has joined us recently that I might have missed. If I miss you again, I ain't dish you. J motherfucking Dizzle. Brudley, what's the motherfucking deal? I'm gonna say trying not to make sure I miss nobody, but if I did again, don't take it personal. Like Monica, just one of them days. Don't take that shit personal. Stop with the tripping. Yes. And it is fucking Friday. I forgot about that. Yeah, so if you got something on your mind that you need to say fuck you to, something's bothering, something's been getting on your nerves this week, your employer, your significant other, your kids, your parents, your friends, whatever it is, whatever's getting on your fucking nerves, coworkers, all that good shit, go ahead, drop that in the old fucking Friday, and then we'll definitely make that shake. So let me see. Hold on, don't you try to do me. You say you got a Kickstarter page. Nah, that's terrible. Goddamn Jesse. Motherfucker there. Let me put the number up and let's get this party started quickly. So again, the number is 1-833-284-3336. If you want to call in, share your thoughts on the Denline about the Jussie Smollett receiving a significant amount of charges. And I want to know how y'all feel. Do you think he will see some time? Do you think it's just, they're just maximizing, they're prosecuting to the maximum extent that they can, or as far as charging him to the maximum extent as they can? Do you see him receiving a significant level of punishment, or is this for show? Does he ultimately win in the courts? So let's see. Let's throw this in this cone over yonder. All right. So, like I say, Jesse's victim cards wrote. And that's what I'm saying. So he's making it difficult for people who will really go through shit. He's making it difficult for people who are really having issues, who really do become a victim of a crime. So, and I know a lot of people, he should hang, he should do all some people, let's be realistic, you're taking it too far, okay? Let's just be realistic. Yes, as angry as it might make you, as mad as it might make you, as upset as it might make you, let's be sincere about the situation. His number over here is off. Let's be sincere about the situation. Do I think that he should receive some, significant level of punishment? Absolutely. But let's just be real about what this whole situation is, who it is about, and, what's really going on. And there we go. All right. Hollywood celebrity, he's going to have some money backing him. It's a case of the haves versus the have-nots. And if you have not, then you're going to spend some time, dealing with the legal system. He's going to find a situation. He's going to have a lawyer. He's going to find all the necessary loopholes to get him out, make it seem like he has to do some type of public service or something like that. I'll be honest. if he saw a year in jail, I would be astonished, honestly. Like I'm surprised if he does any time, but a year would be, I mean, that would be astonishing. And we could say it's unfair. We could say that, well, he could have put other people in harm's way. Yeah, there's always the potential, but nobody really saw a situation from it. Would he have been okay accusing two randoms had they found two other guys? Probably so. And that's some fucked up shit. But I'm sure he knew it was the two dudes. He saw that image because he knew what they were wearing and all that other stuff. He did accuse them of being white in the secondary interview. That's what the article said. And, just all the stuff that he said and the way he tried to lure people into this story. Again, the Good Morning America thing was the worst. That's the worst. What is up with this? What's up with these interviews? What is up with Gayle King? What is up with, so I've seen a lot of people, and some people were upset, about, well, you're only talking about the black guys that are having these incidents. You're talking about Jussie, and you're talking about R. Kelly. Why you ain't talking about Weinstein and all this? Well, let's be realistic. I mean, nothing's really happening to some of these other guys, and there's a reason why. We can talk about racism, we can talk about all this other stuff, but let's be real. The shit is classism. The shit is money, okay? Now, Jesse's scheme was just harebrained from the start. It was stupid. Again, he's not wealthy enough to sustain that type of scam, that scandal, whatever you want to call it. Then we can talk about R. Kelly. R. Kelly's been getting away with some things for quite some time, and the money ran out. Let's just be realistic. The money ran out. He doesn't have the money to keep people quiet. He doesn't have the money to sustain the lifestyle that he was living. His old lawyer came out in an article and basically said that, yeah, he was guilty because the lawyer's like, I think he's dying of cancer or something. And he basically said something about that he probably did some other shit around that time that R. Kelly did, but he had him go and take libido shots, like these shots basically to kill his libido. So he doesn't believe that R. Kelly has done anything like that since then. And, reading that made me wonder, because, Roman had called in, and Roman said some very, very interesting things when he called in, and, about R. Kelly and his whole sexual situation. And if he did take these libido killing shots, how has that impacted his ability to have sex normally? Maybe he has developed some other type of fetishes. Maybe he has developed some type of other erotic ways of getting off. But the lawyer said he doesn't feel like the dude has done anything, at least 10 years after that last trial, because I guess the shots were supposed to last for like 10 years or something. I don't fuck, that's crazy. I don't know. But he was just talking about it, and he was just saying that R. Kelly is really sick. And what he was saying is that Ignition, okay? Ignition. The thing about Ignition was that originally Ignition was supposed to be about, and this almost sounds like it. Ignition was supposed to be basically about a high school teacher teaching a kid how to drive. Or that was supposed to be the premise of it, like a driver's ed teacher type deal, So again, I think it's very, very odd. So I mean, I don't want to believe it, but then what happens is I look at R. Kelly, right, and I just look at his mentality, and I look at the interview he did and how young he seemed mentally. Then I go back and I think about it. I wouldn't be surprised if he wrote a Ignition song and it was fucking about a high school driver's ed teacher. So old buddy basically said that he would, like R. Kelly, before he would drop a new song, he'd run it by his lawyer, the lyrics by his lawyer, and the lawyer would, listen for anything that could be negative that would hurt, public impression of him. And so he was like, it was a bunch of songs that he's done and that he's made that he had to fucking do that. But that's the thing. That's the whole ass shit about it is, because now that he has another lawyer, and the other lawyer, this is like I said, this isn't his new lawyer. This is the one who helped him in his first trial. I mean, he basically said he was guilty as hell, and but he got him off. That was his job as a lawyer, and he's dying now. So you fucking at the end of your life, you just gonna let it all out. And so I find that fucked up. You know what I mean? The Robert Kraft thing is interesting. I don't think his race had something to do with it, but I think that because I look at let's be honest, man. Let's talk about something. This has nothing to do with anything, but it's something that gets brought up quite often. And I think there's a lot of factors into this now that I'm thinking about it, because y'all know sometimes I don't fully think out the idea, but we're gonna talk about it. Here is the deal. When you got money, when your money's right, here's my thing. When your money's right, I mean, shit, the legal system works in your favor, point blank, period. I mean, come on, you can go back and look at T.I., what he already had, with felony cases, and then he did, like a year in jail after having a bunch of fucking illegal weapons and some other shit going on, and, acquiring a couple of more felonies. Like, that was, I mean, people, there's a lot of times that we get off too, but we don't look at it like that, okay? Because, look, yeah, you're supposed to sit down for some shit like that. Yeah, and if he did, he still, you know what I'm saying? That's still a love and time, but he's a gangster. He's the new activist. Everybody listens to T.I. because he's an activist. He's helping the black community. He's telling us all what he told everybody to go. Rob, steal, kill, shoot, do all this other shit. But then now he's an activist. My thing is, I'm not against anybody wanting to promote a positive message, but when you still encourage, you still profiting off your old behavior. You ain't, how positive is the message that you're pushing? So, yeah, I'm still trying to talk about Jussie, but the Jussie thing is, we know Jussie, we know what it is. We just had to look at the angle at the fact that all of these charges, and I really don't think that he's going to get hit and bamboozled with all these charges. Like, I think they're going to consolidate them all into, maybe one thing, take a plea deal and drop it down to something else, similar to everybody else. It is what it is. But yeah, T.I. should have been gone for a long, long time. But here's something I question, right? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys can school me on this. I'm not always right, and I always appreciate the input from the viewers like you, kind of like PBS. But my question is, okay, hold on one second. We got a call coming in. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the den this evening?
Gay. Mike with the prepaid.
Mike, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop in the den tonight, man?
Gay pop, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? Gay pop, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? Cops is filming the den with your nigga prepaid Mike and your boy Honcho.
God damn.
I told you them charges was coming. I gave you a heads up. They told me I was homophobic. I tried to tell niggas. Yeah. Now, Honcho, let me tell you what's going on with these 16 charges real quick.
All right.
They adding these charges onto him because they're going to box him in and make him take a plea deal. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you why they're making you take a plea deal. They want you to go out, publicly say what the fuck you did, pay your retribution, pay back all the money they used for the man hours, pay for all the court costs, all the detectives, and then what you're going to do after that is you're going to feel like, okay, I came out, I told the truth, it's over with. Behind the scenes, the FBI is still putting their shit together. And then about 2 weeks after you do your plea deal and all that shit, they're going to bam you and hit you with your federal charges. From there, they're going to come scoop your dumb ass up. Now, when they get you your federal charges, you can't even say you didn't do it. You already admitted to the felonies already and took the plea deal. So when you get the felony charges, it don't matter what happens from there because you're going to go sit down for them. Ain't no plea deal from there. Ain't no coming home early. You got to go sit down. Yep. So now let me do a little something just to throw this out there for people who ain't, kind of versed in the legal system. Look at how after Jussie got his charges, how he disappeared. They gave him his one charge. He bonded out. You ain't hear nothing about him for a couple weeks. Now look at the inverse of R. Kelly. R. Kelly bonds out. Every time you look up, R. Kelly was in the media every day. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. If the state has a strong case against you, they're not going to mention you anymore. They're going to let Go about your business. You done bought it out. Go on about your way. If there's holes in their case, they're going to keep trying to make you guilty in the eye of public opinion. Look at Michael Avenatti every day in the court and every day on Twitter and social media talking about how R. Kelly did this, he did that. We have another video. This came out. Now they got a 13-year-old girl. Supposedly she was 13 in Detroit in 2001. She said she slept with R. Kelly. Why do you think that keep getting leaked out? Because them 10 charges you got are nowhere as strong as you say they are. That's the difference. Rock solid case, you ain't gonna hear about it. Jussie is fucked. Yeah. They got so much evidence on this dude. That's why he got hit with 16 indictments just for the lies. When they go to court, if he goes in front of a grand jury and you find out how bad it was, bro, they have everything on this man. R. Kelly, they need a public opinion. Yeah. They trying to make R. Kelly be the worst motherfucker of all time in the eye of the public opinion because that case is not as strong as they say it is. I'm telling you.
I agree.
And hey, from 3-point line, I've been old school Jesus Shuttleworth, man. I've been on point. I ain't missed. I have not missed. So y'all prepare yourself. Jussie gonna have one of them sit down. He gonna cry. He gonna tell y'all that his heart was in the right place. He was trying to put on for the LGBT alphabet soup community, and shit backfired. And shit went sour. He wanted his pay raise. He wanted to be the moniker of the gays. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? Got you, gay boy. That's my time.
That's the best, man. Shout out to Mike, man. Oh, man, Mike always come through with it, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was expecting which one? Our good sister Jessie. That's what I was expecting. But he came with the cops on him, man. That's what it is. Man, but here's the deal, and he's absolutely right, though. He's absolutely right. What happened? People were talking about it even after that case. What happened? Where's Jussie at? Where's Jussie? We ain't heard nothing about Jussie. And then bam, today they drop a hot 16 on him. You know, most niggas drop a hot 16. They talking about a verse. These motherfuckers get 16 motherfucking felony indictments on that ass. So, you know, he was singing with it. But yeah, with R. Kelly though, he feels like he has to have a fighting chance. I think that, you know, they know that there's still a strong segment of the public who is rocking with R. Kelly. There's still a strong segment of the public who is feeling like this is a sham. This is some old shit. That's why, you know, Kelly came out and, you know, commented. He's pushing these certain words that, you know, use common sense. You know, why would I do this? Why would I do that? Because he wants people to start thinking. You know, this is after being, you know, bonded out. You know, now he wants to go out and then he puts his girls out there, lets them speak so people can decide for themselves. Now, I'm gonna be honest. And ladies in the den, what did Roger call y'all, den lilies? I wanna know who y'all think, man. I wanna know what y'all think. Because me personally, I've seen a lot of women comment on this topic, but it seems like a lot of the women I saw commenting on this thing were unhappy women that hated what he had going on. They seemed spiteful. You know, they seemed angry. Or maybe I'm just looking at it the wrong way. In my opinion, if those two women are happy in their situation, then why not? It's a lot of women that only got one man and they not fucking happy. You know what I'm saying? We talked about his money ain't long like it was. His money in his paper ain't like it used to be. So there's not like they just really winning. You know what I'm saying? If he's on back child support, if he's got somebody else, some random person he's only known for a couple of months. She's a daycare owner. He met her on a cruise, only knew her for a couple of months. She came and bailed him out. And the only reason she had that money is because of a wrongful death settlement, I want to say happened back in 2010 with her and her husband. I think both got like 1.1 million each because their daughter had like a heart surgery or something like that and ended up dying in the hospital. Stina Starry-eyed, what's the motherfucking deal? Glad you could see us. Glad you could join us. But and so that's the only reason she had that money. So she took a nice little chunk out of that money to win and bailed R. Kelly out. You know, and that's just for meeting him on a cruise. And I mean, that's regardless of how you feel. Two things that have happened and that I've come to realize, man, from that situation with R. Kelly and the love that y'all been showing to the den. Like I say, man, if people fuck with you, they fuck with you. And it is what it is. And there's nothing that an outsider, there's nothing that somebody else can say to negate that. So obviously he made a real connection with that lady. They must have really chatted and chopped it up about whatever it may have been. She had her own issues. She had her own stuff going on. and had love after lockup. But so she went and bailed him out, and so now he's in another situation, and so he's got to deal with that. But my thing is, I agree with what Mike said in that R. Kelly's case is not as strong, but the Jussie Smollett case, they gonna bamboozle him, and then they gonna hit him with the okie doke. As soon as he think everything's gonna be free and clear, here come the feds. You know what I'm saying? They finna come down and go ahead. Oh yeah, you thought we was done? Oh nah, player, we gotta holler at you. We gotta talk about some things, and he may have to take a little vacation. And that's what I was telling y'all. That letter is of the utmost important. You know what I'm saying? Importance. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning how to speak this English shit too. But that letter's of the utmost importance. And what happens with that case, again, they're going to go quiet again. You ain't going to hear nothing until this whole situation gets done. And, you know, whatever the outcome is, again, yeah, like you said, 16 charges, you're going to try to take a deal. You're going to take a deal. You're not going to fight that. 16 in the clip and 1 in the hole. That boy Jesse Case about to turn cold. But but the thing about that is, man, is that shit. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens after this whole ordeal takes place. You know what I mean? So definitely got to keep tuning in. Definitely got to keep watching. And we will see. We will see. So, but I was saying something. Oh, we were talking about, yeah, here's what I was talking about. We talked about T.I. and how his case, we're just talking about, I guess, celebrity cases and things now. And again, if you want to call in, the number's in the corner, 1-833-284-3336 or 833, the number 2. The Den. Let me know. I think we got a little bit of buffering action going on there. Let's see what we got. We should be back good. Get these new series like Sister Wives, couple want to bring in another woman in their relationship. I feel if they think they can handle it, it's their choice. And that's my thing. Because I've seen a lot of chicks comment on some of these pages that they, you know, that they are in, I get them mixed up, polyamorous or polygamous relationships. Or I forgot, you know, I don't know. There are different names for all of them. I get them all mixed up. You know, there's one where it's, you know, you got one person, they got multiple, whatever, or one where it's both people have multiple, you know, situations, whatever. Ain't no additional sauces allowed in the party. But, you know, my thing is, if you're happy, you know, sometimes it's good to have those other personalities. Sometimes it's good to have, you know, that other person to talk to. You know, sometimes, you know, women and men don't see eye to eye. So maybe having that other chick who's in a similar situation where they have someone to confide in one another. You know what I mean? Yes, I did say a pimp, Mr. Big. But my thing is, so some women may prefer that. I mean, we're living in a new age. There's more women on the planet than men. Everybody can't have somebody, you know. And so maybe they figure, well, fuck it. We have to share this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But if they're happy with it, you know, who is to fault them for being in whatever relationship that they are in? Will Smith, yeah, we're gonna talk about all of this weird Hollywood stuff. Yeah, we finna figure it out. But speaking of weird Hollywood shit or weird celebrity shit, you know, we're talking about motherfuckers with money, and we're talking about owners, we're talking about all this stuff. Let's be honest. Why did we never get to the root? I mean, and again, y'all let me know if I'm wrong. I've never heard of some of y'all out there in LA. Maybe y'all know something I don't know. Why did we never get to the root of how Magic got in the situation he was in? Because when Magic got AIDS, that's when it was considered the gay man's disease, right? Magic was married, had a wife, and all that other good stuff. And we know NBA players, they fuck around, they do all that other shit. But Magic been living forever, living healthy shit. Magic had the cure way back when. Magic healthier than everybody in this motherfucking chat combined. You know what I'm saying? So, but why do we never talk about that? Because I'm sure there are some skeletons in Magic's closet waiting to burst the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But you don't ever hear anything coming. So y'all don't think that there may be some money getting thrown around to suppress some of that shit? Because I'm sure there's a lot of things and a lot of people who would definitely have some stuff to say about what, you know, Magic has had going on. I don't look at anybody as innocent. Don't look at me as innocent. I don't look at nobody as innocent. Yeah, combined. Look, Magic healthier than everybody in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Magic got the juice. He slid across. Magic peak game. You know what I'm saying? He went and got the cure. Then he started promoting HIV medicine. So what kind of shit is that? You know, Magic got the magic. That's what they call the cure overseas. Oh yes, we have the magic. You need the AIDS magic. We got you. But so what I'm saying is that there are a lot of celebrities who may be in good graces, but I don't let's just sit here and think that all these people are innocent. You know what I'm saying? Let's be realistic. Most athletes are not most, but most dominant great athletes, people who are considered greats, or some of the all-time greats. Magic is considered by most people an all-time great. They're dominant, they're aggressive, they're alpha type people. And in the business world, I'm sure Magic is alpha. He's out there getting what he wants to get. But most men of that nature, of that stature, would not embrace a son like Magic's son. My nose is itching. I must be on to some shit. Damn nose is itching. I ain't picking it, but I'm close to it. So why is that? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers like that would not embrace that. Not no athlete. Not nobody who's just out there like that. They disown, they disavow. They would not be cool with. Yes, your strange font is working. Clindle dindle. So it makes you wonder what's really going on, man. What's really going on? And yes, I've heard lots of rumors about Will Smith and some of his mannerisms. I mean, look at Will Smith's son. He's a weirdo. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's a lot of strange stuff going on out there in Hollywood. And all this shit I talk about Hollywood, y'all know I ain't never gonna make it to Hollywood. And you, that nigga that was talking shit. We got something for you, player. Ali, what's the motherfucking deal? So, my thing is, Unbeaten Sports, what's the motherfucking deal? And if I missed y'all, I ain't diss y'all. I was just, I slightly overlooked it. But again, so my deal is this. It's a lot of strange shit going on in Hollywood. It's a lot of strange shit going on with these celebrities. It's a lot of weird thinking that happens with these celebrities. That's why people like Jussie thought he was going to get away with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why he thought, oh, yeah, I'd be able to fool these motherfuckers, and everybody's so stupid that I'd be able to get away with it. Wow. Make sure y'all show some love to the Den Show, because someone said I need to promote that more. Make sure, shout out to Seen the Story Out, man, and consider joining the Patreon. And some of y'all weren't in here earlier, so I want to make sure everybody got a chance to see it, because I did show it a little bit earlier. I want everybody to get they love and recognitions while I'm sitting here talking and shit. So if you see your name on the screen, it's all good. It's all love. So we say one movie that he was good in. Who was that? Will Smith? Oh man, come on, man. Will Smith was in a bunch of good movies, man. Who we argued about that? Who we argued with about that the other day? Who we argued with about that the other day? Who said Will Smith wasn't in a fucking? Oh, Jaden's terrible. I don't even. Was he in The Karate Kid? That's the only thing I see. I think I've seen him in. But Will's a great actor. His son didn't get none of the juice. Shit. Yeah, Will was cold. The son is terrible. You know what I mean? The little daughter had the weird song too, didn't she? The daughter had some weird shit going on, because I remember a few years back that they were talking about her laying up with some older dude. She was like young, and they was calling some old modeling shit or some weird. Like I say, it's just shit that normal people wouldn't accept, and that's why I say, admire celebrities, entertainers for what they do, but they are not like us. We're not on the same platform as them. They're different, and Hollywood transforms them. Idolization from people transforms them. They operate different, and some of them may be good people, but if they have had longevity in the music industry, if they have had longevity in the entertainment industry of any sort, acting, movies, whatever it may be, and they're in front of the screen, these people have done some weird shit, okay? Like, they have done some very strange shit somewhere along the way. And again, like I say, we're talking about, the Weinstein and all that shit. I damn near want to go back and find every movie that's a Weinstein Company movie and see who the starring female role is, because she done some shit to get that part, goddamn. Your name ain't on the credential? Okay, I got to go back and look, because I don't know if it's like, I was went by the list on the Streamlabs. So yeah, if it didn't show up, y'all let me know, so I can make sure to correct that. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening? Yeah, let me know.
Admin.
Edmund. What's up, Edmund? How are you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the whole. I don't know why you keep talking about this guy. I don't even know who he is, but what do you think of people? What do you think of celebrities in general that use their platform to promote some sort of, how do I say it? What do you think of celebrities or popular figures in our culture using their platform to spread some sort of agenda? Do you think that that's something that should be regulated, or
my thoughts on celebrities using the platform to spread an agenda. I have no fault with that, because it's up to the people who follow these people to know whether or not what they're talking about is legitimate or to be aware. Now, if you're just allowing somebody to say something and it just immediately impacts you, it changes the way you think about everything without doing a little bit of research or understanding, then that's kind of on you. So I can't fault somebody using the ability that they have. I mean, it's the same as anybody else. It's the same as a politician, using their platform to push an agenda, to push a bill, to push a law. So if you're trying to use sway, I mean, you use your power to sway people. It is what it is. But my thing about it is what he did was not use his celebrity to push an agenda. He completely fabricated an incident. He fabricated a whole situation he lied. I mean, that's really all it was. He lied to people to garner attention for whatever causes he may have truly believed in, but the method he went about doing it was false. And so he actually did more damage than he helped. And let's be honest, Ed, man, you know just as well as I know that you do know who Jussie Smollett is, and you have a poster of him in your room. So no need to lie about that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
But don't you think his intentions were good? Wasn't he trying to promote Black Lives Matter, that kind of thing? Or
I don't know what the fuck he called himself promoting. Now, he's not concerned. Here's what you got to understand, and let's be realistic. The majority of people who push, for a gay organization, or they, generally identify as gay, they are promoting the gay agenda before the black agenda, like 10 times out of 10. And why I say this is because, let's be realistic, most blacks are not very accepting of the gay agenda. It's not what it is. A lot of people feel like, it's kind of piggybacking off the civil rights situation. Black Lives Matter was more of a gay organization than it was a organization for black people. They use, dead black men, straight men, to promote an agenda for, lesbians, the LGBT, in the words of Mike Alphabet Soup. And so it's very unfortunate because these things get tied in together. And actually, a lot of times nowadays, the black agenda gets immediately lumped in with the gay agenda. You have, especially a lot of black women. I'm going to talk about about Amanda Seales here in just a second. I'm glad I thought about that. You didn't help me with that, man, so you get no credit. But, that these agendas get lumped in together, and, people automatically think that these things are one and the same, when I think they're very different causes. It's, again, like, not to poo-poo on the LGBT agenda, but, it's not the same thing. So maybe his intentions were good, but that wasn't his real intention. His real intention was to get more money and to get more notoriety. That's ultimately what it's about. It was not about him benefiting anybody else but himself.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your call, Ed, man.
But I can't end it off like that.
Let me get the trigger finger ready.
I know a lot of people in the chat have been asking about any updates. So I guess I might as well give the update right now.
Mm-hmm.
So right now she's in my No, sorry. Right now she's in Asia, so I can't say anything right now. But I think all these feelings I've been having have slowly drifted away. She keeps sitting next to these guys, and then more guys keep talking to her. I'm like, yeah, I can't trust this person. I don't think I could. She's too nice. She's too sweet. I don't think she can say no to a guy. So, but of course, I've moved on.
Mm-hmm. And so, but, I mean, I'm just suggesting you invest in a robo-hoe, man. She'll never turn you down.
No, I'd rather just call a prostitute.
No, that's the way to do it then. Hey. I mean, it is what it is. Well, unfortunate for you, Ed, man, but we're glad that you shared your update with us.
But I have a quick question.
All right, what do you got?
Should I still, let's say, even with all these guys talking to her, should I still go and just say, fuck all these guys? Do you want to go out with me?
Don't fuck those dudes, dog. Don't do that, Ed, man.
No, not like that. Oh my God. I'm not trying to do that. I'm saying, like, do you want me, or do you want?
I don't want you.
Do you want to be rammed with all these?
I don't want any of this stuff. I don't know where this conversation is going, Ed, man. I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. It's making me very uncomfortable right now. I don't know what's happening. I don't like it at all. So yeah, but here's the deal, Ed, man. This is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna hang up on you here in just a second because you passed the time limit. But fuck all that, man. Just move on because you all wishy-washy on the shit. Go find a bitch that they want to fuck with you. If you can't, if she can't say no, what's mean she's gonna say no when she with you because you're not very aggressive at defending your territory or fighting for what you want. So I think you just need to look in a different direction, and that would be my solution for you.
All right. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go and ask her after spring break. So.
Okay. Well, good luck with that, and I'm out.
All right.
Oh man, I had to get quick because he was gonna be somebody who was gonna be in love in a second. But yes, so Voodoo, what's the motherfucking deal, Voodoo child? I'm gonna be honest, man. Yeah, Ed, man, you just better look in a different direction. The whole relationship thing. You just might want to try celibacy or what is that shit? Maybe becoming a eunuch. Get that shot that R. Kelly had after the first trial, the libido shot, and then focus. But here's the deal, though. I was saying something. I forgot where I was going. But yeah, talking about the situation and what happens though a lot is the black cause is lumped in with the gay cause, and these are two very different things. These are two very different topics, and they need to be separated because a lot of the times you have a lot of the prominent leaders of these black movements tend to be gay. And so they try to put it all into one thing and make it seem like but it's not the case. As a black man, don't have the same issue as a black LGBTQRS. I think they threw a plus sign in there too. Some other shit going on. I don't have those same issues going on as someone who's in that category, and I don't understand it honestly. I mean, I thought it was just gay or whatever, but now it's all these other things, these little intersections of the intersection. And I don't got time to really understand it because that's not my cause. It's not my problem. And then so what you have, though, is you have a lot of women who back these causes. And again, when this Jussie Smollett thing initially came out, there was a lot of women saying, this is the fault of straight black men for, not getting behind Jussie and not being a part of, that. So, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. What is the I and A? I don't even know what all that. That's what I'm saying. What does I and A stand for? And I don't know. I mean, that's what I say. It's just too much going on. And so there was a lot of women, a lot of black women who came out and blamed. Intersect. Okay. I don't even know what that means. There was a lot of black women who were blaming straight black men. Well, you guys aren't supporting Jussie, and this is why this is happening. No. Why this is happening is this man lied for attention, and that has nothing to do with me or anybody, really. And you should be ashamed. Anybody who's still trying to defend that should be ashamed. But then who was it? The chick, Amanda Seales. And again, I've only heard this name twice. And both times it's been on some trash shit. And one of those was her blaming, even after all the facts had come out, after the charges and everything else, blaming black men for voting for Trump, or because not enough black men voted for Hillary. This is why this situation happened with Jussie Smollett. I don't even know how you correlate that. But come to find out, and for those of you sports fans, I want to say, was it Myron Rolle? He was the one that kind of ended his career early and went on to go become a neurosurgeon. This woman hit him with the Me Too and lied on him, basically saying that he sexually harassed her or something like that. The man never even met the woman. He never even met the woman. You can get hit for using the wrong pronoun. Shit, this ain't what they want. This ain't what that ain't the problem they want. Look, hey, look, they decision, that's on them. If they don't like it, well, that's unfortunate. I don't mean to ever be rude or insult anybody, but I'm not going to do all that extra shit. But so then she said that this man sexually harassed her or something like that. And then she said she had several other women who he said he sexually assaulted or sexual harassed. And she never even met the man. Never met the man. Lied to him, had one phone conversation with her. Do you know what an accusation like that would have done? One, if he was still in the NFL, what that would have done to his NFL career, had he wanted to continue on that. But unfortunately, he's a very bright gentleman. And he went on to become, he's a neurosurgeon. So what would that do to his career as a doctor by you putting out these false allegations? But nothing happens when people do these things. We talk about Oakman, the kid who could have won in the draft, gets falsely charged. And again, I didn't even know all that stuff was going on because I remember seeing the memes of him for a while back. Gets falsely charged, found out it's not true. Now he has an even tougher road to even get accepted by somebody in the NFL if that chance happens. Because when you are getting charged, you okay, well, fuck it, I'm not going to get drafted. Your focus is going on my freedom. I'm not focused on trying to get in the league. I'm trying to stay free. So I'm sure he hadn't been working out and doing the same things as he once was, not knowing what the outcome is going to be. Now he has to fight to get back on track for that. And so now this man has probably missed out on millions of dollars in his life that he may not ever see. You may not ever have the chance to see it again because someone falsely accused him. And I want to say that's when Briles was there. And Briles, I think, got fired for the situation and some other stuff that happened. Briles was my coach back in college. Briles was a straight up dude. He was a cool dude. So I may have bias for Art Briles, but he was one of the coolest motherfuckers I ever met. Coolest coach I ever had from junior high to college. So it was just hard for me to believe some of these things. But again, I had my bias, and that is what it is. But my thing is, for people like Jussie. And we talked about the Jussie situation because I know a lot of people said they didn't think anything was going to happen to him, similar to a lot of the women who make these false allegations and nothing happens to them and they kind of move on. I don't know, my nose is itching. What has to happen, man, there has to be some type of consequence. So if you make these false allegations, I think either names need to be released or whatever it is, because I saw a story about a woman who she had pressed charges on like 14 different dudes at 14 different times, but basically fake allegations of rape. And I think she ended up getting probation. She might have got a couple of years. I want to say she got probation. But you've ruined 14 men's lives because whether you got proved right or wrong or whatever, a lot of people don't do the follow-up. You know what I'm saying? Really? I need to do cocaine then, at least so I can look justified. But so it's a lot of men out there who had their lives ruined because once that type of info gets put out, oh, he's a rapist or he's this, people don't follow up. People don't follow up on the outcome of cases. They only care about it when it's hot, when it makes a little bit of noise and it sounds good. And so there's a lot of men who had their lives ruined and she might get a little bit of probation time. So it's crazy, man. You say fix the family, more funds for mental illness. But again, so yeah. Yeah, I did. That's what I played. I was in that first class of Art Briles I played. So again, you went to his QB camp back in high school. Art Briles was legit, man. Cool motherfucker, dog. Real legit dude. So my thing is that hopefully Jussie sets an example, and then maybe some of this trickles down to other areas where we gotta punish false accusations. Now, I know people will say, well, that makes it harder for victims. Lying makes it harder for real victims. Lying makes it much more difficult for real victims. And I've told y'all, and if you've been around here for a long time, there was a situation where it wasn't a police-involved situation or anything like that, but back when I was leaving high school, going to college, was a chick. She's kind of fuck with, on and off. Situation happened where she got involved in some shit. I was almost involved in it, but when I saw what was going down, I'm like, nah, I'm cool on that. I moved myself from the situation. I leave, go to college. I come back around, I'm hearing all rumors. I heard you, such and such said you raped her. Such and such said you did this. Such and such said you did that. Now, not any of the other parties who were actually involved in the situation. Just me. Why just me? Because I wasn't there to defend myself? Well, why didn't you go to the police with it? Why were you still calling me and hit me up, until the point in which I left and everything else? But then all of a sudden, someone finds out about it, and then I got to point the finger. It wasn't me. It wasn't her making a decision on her own, which she initiated, but it was the fault of those who participated in something she initiated. It had nothing to do with me. That's not my Rice Kardashian first over me on the pistachios. So my thing is, those false accusations, had they went somewhere else, and I'm pretty sure there may still be people who think that I did some of that, but one, my character, two, witnesses, and three, I proved the point later in front of a bunch of people, but there may be people who still out there believe that I would do something like that because they don't know me. They don't, they just heard the rumors of someone else said, oh, he did this or he did that. And it's funny because this person still tried to slander my name in other situations. Like, I never gave a fuck about him, never talked to him ever real, for the most part, but would still try to slander me in many other occasions. Like, why are you so concerned? What is it? What did I do to you besides ignore you? But, and that's why I feel, I guess, as strongly as I do, because look, man, I ain't never had to take no pussy from nobody. Like, that just ain't a thing. And so that's why I detest men who do. If you're a rapist, I detest you. You're scum of the earth. But then I also detest women who lie about it just as equally. And that's the type of shit that pisses me off. They're almost cut from the same cloth, because a woman who will lie about it knows the repercussions and the potential harm that it can have to someone, even if it's not proven all the way out, that it can have to someone's career, someone's life, whatever. A rapist, the same thing. It can be detrimental. It could ruin a woman's life, her mentality, just the way she sees things, everything. I mean, she once you violate somebody one way or another, it can be life-changing. And so I detest these kind of people. Again, you tell me no, okay, that's cool. It's like several billion other women on this planet. It's not that hard. But again, it is what it is. So that's just me. That's just me, I'm going in my own little rage, my little rant. But the thing about it, though, the Jussie situation, I'm glad that they are throwing the book at him, because hopefully this deters other people. Actually, there was a situation, but I want to say it was a white guy. I forgot exactly what it was, but he did something. I want to say it was a gay guy, but I think he was white. I think he tried to burn his house down. I want to say it was a guy tried to burn his house down and say it was a hate crime. It's like, come on, man. Like, when does it stop? And the thing is that people don't want to believe that people out there are really this sick. There are some people who are very sick. There are people who are mentally challenged. There are people who think that, oh, I'm smart enough to commit some type of crime that I could fool the whole world and get away with it. But throw the whole library. Yeah. Look, give me that library card. We gonna check you out, all right. But my thing is this. Oh man, Broderick. You had tweeted me something. I might want to pull up on Twitter. Let me see if I can still pull it up. Maybe I can pull it up and just copy and paste it. But you had tweeted something, and I want to get the Den's thoughts on this this tweet that you sent, because I think it was a very interesting thought. Yeah, I bet. Here it is. Let me pull this up real quick. Let's close that out. Here, I think I pulled it up here. So this is courtesy of Broderick for sharing this. Now, men and women, I need y'all to pay attention, okay? I might have to do this as a two-parter because it's pretty long. Let's see. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. So right here. All right. This is very interesting, so make sure that you guys are paying attention. Men and women, I want to know your thoughts. Matter of fact, if you're bold enough, I want you to call in and tell me what you would do in this situation. All right, so there's the question. I posted it in the chat, and I'll read it to you because I know some of y'all don't read good. Don't read well. You're cheating on your significant other at the hotel. Yes, it starts off that way. Okay, you're cheating on your significant other at a hotel. You come out of the hotel with your side piece and you see your significant other coming out with their side piece. There's no drama in the relationship, just two people cheating. What's your next move? So essentially, you're cheating at a hotel. You come out of a room and say, you look to your left or your right, and you see your significant other cheating with someone else. What is the motherfucking move? Why says the wrong black people taking L's, man. Look, that's the heyday issue. Just two people cheating. So I mean, say lawyer up after taking a picture. Just tell her you were kidding. AIDS of the blood test. Give her a high five. You say, I'm going to take it over myself. Oh, God damn, I ain't cut the fucking shit off. God damn it. My fault, y'all. Motherfuckers, y'all can be suing me for hearing aids and shit. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
What's going on, Honcho? This is Anthony J.
Anthony J, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop in the den tonight, man?
Man, so that's a good question, man. So I get caught creeping while my girl creeping.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is touche, motherfucker. That's all I can say. I can't be mad at her. I can't. I'm a hypocrite if I'm mad at her. You know what I mean? Like, look, long as y'all being safe over there, I'm gonna be safe over here. I don't want you from over there on that side. I ain't gonna get shit over here from this side. I mean, hey, shit, that's all good to me. It's all good to me, man. I can't even be mad at that, man. Can't even be mad at it. Now, if you got more than one thing going on, if you walk out with two motherfuckers, we got a problem. Because that's imbalanced. So I ain't feeling that. You know, that ain't fair.
It wasn't cheating. That was a party.
Yeah, that was the whole party you had going on over there. You know, somebody just needs to blow the horn, choo-choo, because you got too much going on over there. But, yeah, man, that's all I had to say, man. I can't even be mad at that. You know, I'd be a little shocked, appalled, if you will. Yeah. But I couldn't be mad at it. Man.
Okay. Well, that's a bet, Anthony J, man. I appreciate you for keeping it real and calling in, man.
Already, man.
Already. That's what's happening. I want to say two will be imbalanced, man. That's wild. But here's the deal, though. It's hypothetical, and you got to answer. Well, you don't have to answer. But if you're already cheating, because you're cheating, this is the story. Now remember, you're cheating on your significant other at a hotel, so you're already cheating. And so you step out and you see somebody else. So is it okay for you? So what you're saying is okay for you to be greedy, but they can't cheat? You know what I mean? What's going on with that? He said, there you go, fool. You wanted some headlines, but now you got them. Just as well served. Where's Auntie Kamala and Uncle Corey Cooker to bail you out? Freak. Well, we'll see what happens with that. That's why I say, you know, it's going to be very interesting. That's another aspect that I don't think we looked at, you know, with them throwing that much at him to apply that pressure, you know, for the plea deal or whatever. Is he going to say some other stuff? Is he going to say that there are other people involved? He's going to implicate anybody else in these cases. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. So I want to know what y'all got. You say I negotiate my next rendezvous with the side since we do. Like, well, since we having parties over here, we you know, we doing all this other shit. Say take a selfie out for y'all just in case they try something later. Up to the two people they doing the same thing. Let's see. Tell your girl to drop the other guy. We could have a threesome. Or I say we can be friends. Angel will say burst out laughing. Karma's a bitch. I'm telling her that you was kidnapped. That's funny. I mean, look, you know, if we gonna keep it 100, man. I mean, you know, I told you I done had my, you know, I've been on my dog ass shit. It is what it is. You know, I have no shame admitting. You know, I used to be I'm a reformed dog. I don't know if y'all. It's a little meme. It's like a bulldog. This nigga smoking a cigar or some shit. I'm talking about when you used to be a dog, but you're trying to act right. So you know, I've had my vices in my day. You know, but like I said, I learned my lessons. Things happen. You grow up, and I don't know, man. That's tough, man, because you know, as a cheater, you cheat, but you don't want to be cheated on. So I think that's a tough one, man. That's a tough situation to get into. You want to smoke? Okay, so you give a nigga a wrench now you want some smoke. So I think that's a tough one, man. That's a super tough situation to be in. I mean, in that case, but let's talk about it. Next move. So do you continue the relationship? If you know that you cheating and they cheating, either this relationship is unhealthy or y'all are becoming some swingers. Like, I mean, what the fuck is really going on, you know? So it's all about why you're cheating? Oh, that's tough. What if it's a situation of the adult interaction between the two parties is not that good? Maybe it's not enjoyable for you. You know, what if she's cheating because she feels the same way? So what if y'all's sexual connection is bad? You know what I mean? You still could have an orgy. You say bullshit. Well, you know, I got the game rigged, man. You say it's not swinging, it's an open relationship. Okay, so then you're doing the Will and Jada thing, or you're doing the Monique thing. So I mean, I find it very interesting. I think it's the responses to this situation are interesting. I mean, how do you handle that? I mean, you can't get mad if you doing what you're doing, you know, and they doing what they doing. So what would you do if a broad is fine as fuck, but not the brightest? Would you just smash or have a relationship? Well, it's an interesting question. Okay. And let's throw this one out there for the ladies. What if, you know, we got to keep it fair in the den. So I'll give my opinion on this. But ladies, what would you do if a gentleman that you're interested in is not too bright, but you find him very attractive? Would you try to have a relationship, or would you just engage in the sexual behavior? In my opinion, I think you got to look at it like this. If the lady is not too bright and you're sexually attracted, now if you're out there being promiscuous, I can't tell you how to live your life, but I'm going to tell you to wrap it up. You probably just want to smash unless you want to be a lover and a tutor, because you get into too much frequent smashing, a la relationship style. You slip up, have a little you, then you know, you don't want the mother of your child to be a doorknob, to be not too bright. So I think that's something you got to think about. Do you have kids? Is that a part of the? Are you inquiring as far as the relationship, the cheating relationship? Say, man, I can't be mad. If you had a son, would you teach him how not to be a simp? I'll tell him, look, man, you got to keep it play at all times. You know, if you're going to be a young honcho in this game, you're going to have to work with the right frame. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all some quitters. So my thing is this, though. Okay, so if you're in the cheating situation, and you have children, I think you got to try to make it work. But let's assume that this cheating situation, that there are no children involved. Like I say, that the relationship is good. Let me know if y'all getting some buffering there. You know what I'm saying? There go teach Holla with her her relationship advice. But now, My thing is this. Let's say there's no kids involved in a relationship. So then what is it? Or what does it change? I mean, what changes if you're both cheating and there are kids involved? Do you continue to stay together, but you still cheating because of the kids, or do you have to find a way to talk it out, or do you talk it out regardless? What do the kids do? They add value to the relationship that you're in, or are they just there like super glue to keep you together for whatever reason? You know, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Doorknob, everybody gets a turn. I'm trying to find out. I want to know. Mick Fitz, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Jussie needs to thank R. Kelly. Shit, R. Kelly needs to thank Jussie. Jussie he gonna get hit with the full force. That might be how he likes it. But look, take the eyes off R. Kelly for about 10 minutes. But he's sitting down, so it don't even matter. Heidi says, walk away. Well, you're a cheater too, so you can't walk away. David ever retired on Facebook Live doing the very thing. He was suspended for marijuana because he believed plants are better than pills for injuries. But what's fucked up, though, ain't they talking about in the NFL, like in talks right now to talk about changing the policy? And that'll be some whole ass shit. And I mean, if that's what you truly believe, I don't blame him. You know, I like a little reefer, but I can't smoke until I reach my goal. And so that's part of it. Part of the goal is, I guess, this goal that we got going on. So make sure you let me do some more promo, because folks say I don't put it out there enough. So make sure you support the Den by going to streamlabs.com/The Den Show. You know, we're grinding from this channel and my sports channel. We're on a mission to change the game up. So I make sure I promote that. But I have a different goal as far as I want to get to part of the goal is a certain level of subscribers. That's part of it. So people always ask, well, what's the other goal? What are you trying to do before you smoke it? Part of it is get to a certain level of subscribers. And then, you know, some other things. But then I told you when we get there, I'll do maybe like Smoke Something Saturdays. And it'll be like the old Kush Den. For all you Kush Den OGs who, you know, missed the original Kush Den, what the channel started out as. You know, we'll start bringing that back once we reach the goal on that. Salt Sports TV, I'm gonna get on that because I did a stream on it the other day, but then it fucked up and nobody came in there anyway. But it was fucking up and everything was was messing up, so I ended up taking it off. But I hadn't done another one on there, but I'm gonna post on there soon. So saying the sexual stuff can be fixed. I'm trying to figure. I mean, I want to know what people think. We had. You know, Anthony J called in and he expressed his thoughts. I mean, come on, the phone line is open. I want to know what y'all feel. It's fucking Friday, y'all. Man, what's going on? What y'all look? Let me find out, y'all, with y'all significant others. Y'all don't really want to call in. Y'all don't want to get caught up in some shit. Y'all probably in some place y'all ain't supposed to be. Look, man, we can call. Y'all can talk about Jussie. We can talk about this proposed situation that I just put out there. And then we can also talk about, you know, whatever's on your mind. Fucking Friday. So if it's something you just need to vent, you need to say fuck somebody or fuck whatever's on your mind, it's fucking Friday. So make sure to do that. Rashida Reed. So he's a cheater, but you not a cheater because here's okay. Let me make sure I'm gonna reread the deal one more time because I don't want y'all to be biased. All right. Here's the scenario. You gotta look at how it starts out. Hold on. Okay. Well, I guess I gotta wait. We got a call coming in. All right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the Den this evening?
Hey, this is T'Challa.
T'Challa, what's the motherfucking deal? What you want to drop in the Den tonight?
Well, in honor of fucking Friday, I have two people that I would like to shout out.
Okay, what you got? I
would like to shout out the motherfucker that cut me off in traffic this morning while I was dancing to Sir Mix-a-Lot. Baby Got Back came on the radio this morning, and I was jamming in my car driving on my way to work, and this motherfucker cut me off in traffic and just fucked up my whole groove. I was dancing hard, too, while I was driving. I was all into it, singing and everything.
Maybe you don't like your dance.
The motherfucker cut me off and killed my groove. So, fuck you to that motherfucker. And the second person I want to shout out in reference to fucking Friday is the motherfuckers at the post office. fuck them people. They're all fucking lazy, and I hope that the fucking robots replace those people. Seriously, these motherfuckers. I mean, I mailed off my mother's birthday gift. I overnighted it, and the shit didn't get delivered. I go to the motherfucking post office, you know, just to see if they can help me try to find it, because when I put the tracking number in online, I didn't get any results, right? So this motherfucker gonna tell me to Google the number to the post office, you know, in the destination, and closest to the destination, and call them and see if they had it. I'm like, bitch, what? This is not my motherfucking job. What are you doing that's so fucking important that you can't get your motherfucking ass on the phone and call and find out? Isn't this your job to track this shit? Are you gonna try to dump that shit off on me? Oh, lazy motherfucker. He wasn't doing nothing but sitting back there eating some popcorn.
Sometimes the popcorn be
lazy
real good.
Son of a bitch. And that's the type of motherfucker that be entitled. Swear up and down he deserved the highest level of pay because he worked so hard and he ain't doing shit but trying to dump all his job responsibilities off onto the fucking customer. Fuck him. So fuck the post office and fuck people who cut people off in traffic while they're trying to dance to Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's all I got for fucking Friday.
Okay. Well, that's I think that's two pretty good fuck 'ems. That's the best ones we done got so far today because everybody else afraid to call. So I'll definitely take it.
All right. Good night.
All right. Appreciate the call to each other. All right. Them motherfuckers at the post office do be trimming. But here's the deal, though. Like, post office workers, them motherfuckers be having some fucking. I mean, you ever seen a lady that worked for the post office? Motherfuckers be having some super fucking calves. Them motherfuckers be calves, just be hard like Rottweiler. Niggas, the ones that be on the block actually driving and delivering the shit. But some don't even do that shit. It has to be one of those neighborhoods where the fucking mailbox is like actually on the house. But when the mailbox is actually by the street, they be lazy in the bitch. They just pull up in the car and drop that shit off. Motherfucker, that's funny though. Yeah, I'm wondering about that though. So, yeah, maybe they didn't like your driving. They was like, oh no, this bitch driving back. Sure. Swerve, they kill your whole groove. There you go. So shout out to T'Challa for sharing the fucking Fridays. But as I was saying, okay, so we're gonna go back to this scenario because I want it to be fair. I saw Rashida say no, he a cheater, but you start off the scenario, you cheating too. So how he just a cheater? Says you are cheating on your significant other at a hotel. You come out of the hotel with your side piece and you see your significant other coming out with their side piece. There's no drama in your relationship. You're just two people that are cheating. What's your next move? So, I mean, you can't be mad at the other motherfucker if you cheating too, right? So I'm just saying. Oh, so he don't get to do what you get to do. What kind of double standard shit is? Has the hotel for a frequent discount. I say y'all might as well collaborate. Shit, you know, next time y'all can just all go in on a room, save some money. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Rashida, look, she over there trying to have the cake and eat it too. She don't want to let nobody else get a slice. That's fucked up. But that's what I'm saying. You either, I mean, look, you in a situation where you either gonna split up, or I mean, you got like three choices. You can split up and say, fuck it, we both not right for each other. You can try to work it out. And again, like Roderick said earlier, you know, depends on the reason that you are cheating. I think that counts. That's very important. Or third, y'all just with the shit realize that y'all both like some little outside strange or fucking with somebody that do some shit you don't do. And then now y'all in a polyamorous or a motherfucking swinger relationship or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Choose a different hotel next time. Oh man. So I mean, it's a lot of shit going. So you got to figure out why they're both frauds. Okay. So what reasons would be legitimate or justifiable to stay together. And I'm sure it differs for different people. So if you figured, okay, y'all gonna try to make it work, right? If you're gonna try to make the relationship work, even though you're about, if you're about trying to save it, okay? I say we're trying to save the relationship. I'm trying to make sure. You're gonna save the relationship. What are legitimate reasons that you're cheating on one another that can be justifiable and valid for redemption? But I'm saying, so, all right, let's see. So I say, if you're married, you got to stay together. So do you stay together and still see other people? Do you stay together and try to fix the sexual flaws? You know? Yeah, and that's the thing. So you saying that it says, if it said no to drama in a relationship, so it sounds like it's all is good. Okay. So if everything else is kosher, but y'all are out there cheating, and this is what I'm saying. So if everything else is kosher and you're out there cheating, all right, just Sarah, appreciate you coming through. If everything else is kosher and you're out there cheating, then it has to be a sex thing, right? It has to be a sex thing. That's what I'm getting from it. And so first you're trying to figure out how I got to that point and go from there. But that's what I'm saying. So if everything else is good, so there's no other drama in a relationship, everybody's happy-go-lucky, everybody does what they do, it has to be a sex thing, or these other motherfuckers is finessing the fuck out of both of y'all. Yeah, a communication thing. That's where it comes out. So, you know, what they be calling motherfuckers work husbands and work wives and shit like that. You know, so we gotta come up with a solution. We have to figure out how we got to this point and how do you resolve it, you know? Water. Said new dick pussy is exciting. Yeah. It can be for a while, but how long is it new? When does it become old? After what, 3 fucks, 4 fucks, then it becomes old? I think that you gotta look at it like that. When does new become old? When does it get to the point that you fucking around so much that basically even 2 relationships? Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Motherfucking deal. Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Hello, hello. All right, well, I ain't talk to you either. You don't hang up on the play. I was trying to see what you was talking about. After about 10 to 15 times as old, sex is really overrated in the bigger picture. But it can turn small issues into big ones. Interesting. So, I want to know. Yeah, I was gonna say a double. Like it was. They was in a cave and on another device. So, what happened? I lost my train of thought. I want to know. Okay, here's what we do. Here's what I do. Here's what I want to know. So, to everybody in the chat, everybody who's attentive and paying attention, how important is sex in a relationship? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd like to know how you feel. How important is sex in a relationship on a scale of 1 to 10? And I'm throwing this out there because I know that there are people in different situations. You have single people, you have married people, you have people who are in, long-term relationships, whatever it may be. And so I think certain people will answer things differently, but it'll be interesting to see what happened. Okay, I see a 10. I see 1,000%. Let's see. Fiddlesticks. That's not an answer. No, I was going to say fiddlesticks ain't an answer, but I guess it is an answer to the question. You got 7 pistachio. Real talk say about a 7. Depends on the type of sex and the matter. Feelings towards the other party. I see about a 7. See a 6. I see some 6s. Okay. Jerk off come to the same man up say you gotta get it. He ain't playing no games. Sex is important. I guess once you get fat or old and can't fuck no more, it don't matter. All right, I see a 7.5. I see an 8. All right, teach y'all to put a number on it. You know, look, I'm trying to see what is the number on it. Put a number on it. And again, to the text that came in about if you fuck with somebody that's not the brightest, you probably don't want to have a relationship with them. You probably just may enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, and then move on. And then if you know they're not bright, then you're just trying to take advantage of them, so shame on you. A 9. Interesting. There's some people they gonna ride with Buddy to the very end. You never say nothing about him getting convicted. So there's that. In your 20s, sex is 100% most important and fun. Sex, like looks, fade. Okay. Interesting. Very good to see these various perspectives on this topic. I think it's very interesting to know these things, you know, and actually see some of the ladies that have commented in on the topic. I see some of them went back into hiding. Some will be in their little pillow forts, waiting for the right questions to come out before they answer. But it's all good. We still love y'all. You know, it's all love in the den. Communication with the person you love can't come to the point you love to the point. You yourself either lose brain cells or stunt the other person with the growth like you love. I'm catching it. I'm trying to do too much at once. Hold up. All right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
What up, Honcho? It's Scott.
Scott, what's the motherfucking deal? What would you like to drop in the den tonight, Scott?
Catching up with you on the weekend, you know. But I just got in a little late, and I was hearing what y'all was saying. And I kind of got a little input on, you talk about how important sex is in a relationship.
Okay.
I think it's 2 different ways you got to measure it. You got to measure it by the quality, and you got to measure it by the quantity.
Okay.
If you're a woman or a man, if you ain't getting your partner to that place at the end, they ain't ever getting there unless they're getting it with somebody else. Now, that ain't to say from time to time when you've been with somebody a while, you might go through some lulls. You ain't having as much as you used to. But when you get it, it's still good. Okay. But if it ain't never good, you going to go somewhere else or they going to go somewhere else. So I think the quality is always very important. But the quantity can go up from time to time depending on where you're at in your relationship, you know?
Okay. I can agree with that. I definitely can agree with that. Yeah, and like you said, you know, sometimes it's more frequent, but sometimes it's not. But when it's always good or if it's always bad, I think that does dictate more on the relationship than necessarily the how much.
You may not always even be good, but if you ain't never getting that person there, you know, if your man is busting out real quick and you feel like you put it on him, but he's busting out and running out the door, I mean, you probably didn't put it on him that bad because I tend to lay down, you know.
You call it a wrap.
That's all I really got to say on it. You know, it's a quality and it's a quantity.
Okay.
So it's always got to be good. But depending on where you're at in your life and what you're going through, it ain't got to be a lot all the time. But it's always got to be good.
Okay. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Well, that's the best, Scott, man. I appreciate the call, man.
Yes, sir. I'm going to go back and keep listening to y'all. Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too. Appreciate it. Man, I agree, man. I agree. It doesn't always have to be a lot, but yeah, you don't want to be in a situation where you either having a lot of bad sex, because you might as well not be having any, or you can have a little bit of bad sex. You might as well not be having any. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, what's up? This is Kiki Richie.
Already, Kiki Richie. What's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop in the den tonight, man?
What's the big deal about all this sex stuff? Come on. What's the big deal about all this sex?
I mean, you got a little bit of an echo there behind you, man.
I'm turning it down. Sorry.
Okay, it's all good.
All right.
Okay. Well, you tell me. I mean, so is sex, in your opinion, is it overrated?
No, hell no. But I mean, you know, the guy said that there's no drama in a relationship. The only thing is they both stepped out. So what's the big deal?
Okay. So you think it's okay, then they should be able to work it out if that's the case, if there's no drama that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. That's interesting. So and the question is asked, what's the next move? So so you stepped out, your significant other stepped out, and y'all basically then made eye contact. What's the first thing you say in a situation like that? What is the next move? What would you do in a situation like that?
They, oops, hi. No, then you really got to start talking and laying down some ground rules then. If everything else is fine in your relationship, but you just like having sex, then hey, go for it. There's no wrong with that.
Okay. So just have to speak it out, and if y'all work it out,
as long as you have a strong enough relationship to begin with, it'll be fine. You'll survive it.
Okay.
Just got to lay down ground rules then.
Okay. I'm gonna lay down the rules. That's what I'm telling you. Hey, lay down the rules, lay down the pipe. I understand.
You know, there may be some stuff that your significant other doesn't like to do, but you like to do, and vice versa. Are you going to let that affect your relationship?
Okay.
If you have a good enough relationship, a strong enough one.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to. I mean, like you said, if it's a good quality relationship, and again, those things are few and far in between. And if it's a minor thing, I think you got to come to one or two conclusions. Is it something that you're willing to start doing for your partner? Or if it's something that they are willing to do without, or if it's something that they need so bad, do they really feel like they must venture out to do it? So I think you got a couple of decisions to make, but like you said, laying down some ground rules, I think that's essential. And conversation is key. Conversation rules the nation, so I think that is very important.
And it's better to be honest about it and know what's going on than doing it behind the backs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So honesty is most important. I can agree with that, man. I can agree. I think that's just a crazy situation. But man, hey, Kiki Richie, I agree with you, man, and I appreciate your call.
All right, you take care.
All right, man. Call in again soon.
All right.
All right, cool. But I agree, man. Honesty is the best policy, because if you're going to be into some shit, and look, let's be honest, there's people who are into that. There's people who are, hey, maybe I can't give you what you want. You have a certain level of something that you need. I may not be into it. Hey, you go out, you be careful, or you do whatever, or hey, maybe I got to make some changes in my behavior to be able to please your partner or whatever else it may be. So I think there's a lot of factors, but I think communication is ultimately the most important. I think that's kind of where everybody, regardless of how you feel about it, I think everybody should come to that conclusion, no matter what the relationship is. The next thing that happens is a conversation. And it's going to either be a good conversation or a bad conversation. And I mean, it shouldn't be bad, because obviously y'all are both in the same place. Y'all are both doing the same thing. So the playing field is level. And so y'all just have to have a talk. I mean, that's ultimately what it is, man. That's ultimately what it is. So that is what it is. Sex ain't overrated. It may be overstated. Okay. Except for just one stripper chick. She was bad 10 to 12 times. The numbers went to Ben Talk. Ooh. Yeah, that's don't do that. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, what's happening? Honcho Mello, fam.
Mello, what's the motherfucking deal, my nigga? What you want to drop in the den this evening, man?
Hey, shit, what's up, my nigga? I just want to say, you know who said it best, bro? That nigga Lil Wayne said it the best, fam. He said, he goes, as soon as I come to my senses. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, nigga? You ever notice how like when you get the fucking a bitch, you know, just some random bitch, and afterwards you really just ain't really trying to fuck with it. Like you just get this thing in your mind, like I ain't trying to talk to you no more. I ain't trying to be around you, whatever. That's how I know I really fuck with a female, if I'm really trying to chill with her afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I ain't really trying to have nothing to do with a bitch, I ain't trying to talk to her, whole trying to cuddle, and I'm like, fuck you, get the fuck off me. I'm trying to smoke a sweet or whatever, get the fuck off me. That's how I know, like, I ain't really fucking with that bitch.
Man, you put that in a very clear way. Yeah, that shit does make sense. I forgot about that a lot, but when you said it, when you started saying it, I already knew what you was talking about. But yeah, man, it's like a sense of mental clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like once you, especially if you just on some shit or you done had a little drought, and you know it may not be just, it just may be some new hype, or it may be some other shit. And like you say, once you bust that nut, you just kind of like, you know, this shit wasn't even worth it. She all right, but you got to get move around. You got to get up out of here. You know, if a bitch get real annoying real quick, or you know, it's just like, yeah, I feel you on that one.
yeah. But before you even get that nut off, you sitting there trying harder than a bitch. You sitting there, you know what I'm saying? But and on that whole situation about, you know what I'm saying, your bitch with an ex, with a side nigga and shit, I'm shooting that bitch and her nigga.
So you shoot, but you cheating too. How you gonna shoot them? You just in the wrong as much as they in the wrong though.
I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't mean you can fuck off too, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what you think this is, bro? You got me fucked up, bitch. I'm finna shoot you, her, and if her homegirl know about it, that too,
she said
everybody dying, nigga. Fuck it. Yeah, don't shit, nigga, don't play me like that, bro. But I'm a cool nigga. If a nigga take my bitch, you can have it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, straight
like,
up.
I don't really give a fuck.
Straight up, though.
I'm just saying that also funny shit.
Yeah. Nah, straight up, yeah. I remember I used to be on some shit like that in high school. Like, yeah, nigga, you fuck my bitch, you can have that shit. I pay for the date and everything, nigga. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect the game. I ain't finna get mad at you. What I'm gonna get mad for? You know, it's the bitch who's supposed to be committed to you, not the dude. You know, he just doing what he do.
Yeah. And the off chance of you being able to, nigga, if you can. You know what I'm saying? If you can. It's not, you know, but you can have the hope.
Yeah, straight up.
But more than likely, she ain't riding with you, nigga.
Straight up. Man, that shit was funny to the bitch, though. I'm over here laughing about that shit. I'm gonna say shoot everybody, fuck them.
I'm not, because I'm sitting here smoking sweet, bro, and I'm thinking about it, bro. Like, man, I done had them moments, nigga, where I'm fucking trying hard than a bitch before I get that nut off, and as soon as I get that nut off, I'm like, man, I ain't even trying to be around this hoe. Yeah.
Try to burn something. I'm trying to burn this next blunt by myself. I might smoke that first one with her, but after I get that action, you know, I'm trying to burn. You gotta go. I'm trying to.
Yeah, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Straight up, man.
Yeah.
But that's a bit, man, Mello, man. I appreciate the call, man. I agree with you 100%, man.
100, my nigga.
Already. Shout out to Mello, man. Man, hit that blunt twice for your boy, man.
Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? I got you, nigga. I'm hitting these right now.
Already. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Bet. Yeah. Look. You know, every time I know we got a couple of partakers in the den. So if you find something up, you know, just hit that hoe twice. Put that in the air for your boy, man. You know. I'm telling y'all, soon we gonna push these goals. I'm finna start really going in maximum overdrive real soon. Just. Well, not like the movie, not the fucking cars and shit coming to life. But we start pushing this shit in maximum overdrive. We got goals to reach. Because it's been shit. Damn. Well, it's been 8-9 months. Man, it's been about 8-9 months since I want to say, I want to say I smoked my last one on a Kush Den. I got to go back and look because I know it was on the 11th, but I can't remember if it was the 11th of June or July. And I forgot. It's been so long. I want to say it was June. I want to say it was June 11th. And if that's the case, then shit, we're going on what, like 9 months? So it's well, that's a bet, Horace. I appreciate that, babe. Look, I put it in there, you know. I'm with y'all in spirit. Appreciate that, Scott. Yeah, look, you know, that's my thing is, like I say, I'm just cool until I win. So once I reach these goals, I have to, you know, believe me, you got to make some sacrifices. You got to make certain sacrifices, and then, you know, you can celebrate, you can appreciate, you know, once you put in the work. And so all the work has not been put in yet. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want some weeds. Man, look, that's how I'm telling y'all. But I have to bring it back. Like I say, y'all know how them Kush Dens used to be. Them Kush Dens used to be, you know, the den can be relatively random. We've gotten much better in the den, or I've gotten much better in the den as far as staying on topic. But in the Kush Den, it used to be, oh man, it was like every 2 minutes it was a topic change. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It is not technically, okay, but you asking all the wrong questions, kid. You asking all the wrong questions, goddamn. I might take a trip to Colorado after that long layoff. Go hop a quick flight to Denver. I'll stream from Denver on Saturdays. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Edmund.
Hello, Edmund. What would you like to drop in the den this evening, Edmund?
It was more of on your last video you posted on R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. I was just wondering, why do you think people are hating on you? Why do you think people are defending R. Kelly for why do you think they believe he's innocent? And why were they hating on your opinion?
Probably because they was fucking, like mama probably was having sex to R. Kelly when they was born. Shit, goddamn, I don't know. I have no idea. But my thing is, I don't care whether they agree or disagree. That's really irrelevant. But my thing is, you know, people are going to be, again, it's a lot of idol worship. I mean, it was this situation, even with the Jussie situation, there was a lot of people that disagreed with, what the hell? There's a lot of people who disagreed with the situation. Then there's a lot of people who eventually, you know, started to see it. It's a couple of folks who were now den regulars who, you know, didn't agree with me at first, but then they saw, okay, well, yeah, some of this shit is starting to show that, you know, he was right about this. And so, again, it'll be what it be. If people want to defend that motherfucker, then, you know, it is what it is. Like, it really don't make me any difference. But if it comes out he doing some old sick ass shit, I mean, that just tells you the character of that person, you know, again, and that's separating the man from the music. You know, people are going to listen to the music regardless. But as far as trying to defend what he did, and if evidence comes out saying he did it, then that's one thing. But if evidence comes out saying he didn't and he beats the case again, which is possible, you know, he beats the case again, then shit, you know, more power to him. If he beats the case again, I want him to sue everybody. I want anybody who published the stories, anybody who talked about fucking surviving R. Kelly, I want him to sue everybody. So, you know.
But hypothetically speaking, if he was innocent, would you admit, I don't want to say apologize, but would you say that you were wrong? Would you admit that you were wrong if it was the case?
Yeah. If I was wrong about it, if I said I thought he was going to jail and he ends up beading the case, I admit it wrong. That don't mean shit. You know, it don't really change the game at all. If he ends up not getting punished or gets beats the case, I'm saying, yeah, oh, I was wrong about that. That was a surprising turn of events. Wow. So, you know. Yeah, Ed Man, that's what they think. Ed Man is the one who looks up to R. Kelly. And you know he doesn't want his idol to go away. You know he's been trying to follow the R. Kelly blueprint, and so he don't want him to go away so he can you know keep doing what he does best.
No, I don't date minors. I only date people my age or well, I like older women, but not too old. So.
No, player. That didn't sound too out there. Sound kind of Smollett-esque with that explanation over there. I don't know, player. So, yeah. And what about your situation there, man? What if she's in China right now? Or not China. Let me not be racist. I'm automatically assuming you said Asia, and I don't know. I automatically went to China. But what if she's in Asia right now, setting an Asian adult industry record? You know, are you still going to be as confident as you were on your last call to win over her attention?
Well, I mean, I have nothing to lose, so the only reason I haven't been as aggressive is because I feel like I don't want to lose her. I don't want to lose a relationship with her, even if.
But you haven't got no relationship. What are you?
I mean, not like that. Listen. I mean, like a friendship kind of relationship. I don't care if we just become friends. Like as long as.
Oh man, look! Don't even worry about it, man. You're already in the friend zone. You're gonna remain in the friend zone. You're in the zip code.
But what if I want to be in the friend zone with her?
No, but that's what it is. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you just want to be in the friend. And once you secured your spots, I mean, firmly in the friend zone, you stuck. That's it. That's a wrap for you, man.
Well, not if I'm fucking with someone else, like.
But then you just settling for second place then. Because that's not what you want to do. You want to be fucking with the other chick. You going to be able to fuck with the other chick thinking about that chick because you in the friend zone and shit. You know what I'm saying? You going to fuck around, call her the wrong name, and she going to, cut the pussy off on you from there. Then you going to be out of there with nothing, with a bottle of Jergens, thinking about the other chick while she in Asia doing God knows what. So all I'm saying is, you go for go for the gusto.
She's there visiting her family, She's there with her family.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Enjoying the. At the end of the day, I think that my approach is become friends with that girl first and then start developing something stronger instead of jumping right into the action, because I can't just smash her,
Well, here's my thing though. I think she's interested in developing something stronger too, and that's a stronger man who's willing to fucking do the shit and not be talking about the shit while you sitting on the sideline. You sounding really like you sounding kind of really like Kenneth right now. Like you've been over there carrying some books and shit. You've been carrying backpacks, tying shoelaces and shit over there, Ed, man. I mean, what's really going on, man?
No, I've been grabbing her by the pussy.
No, you definitely been doing that. That's not the case.
All right, no, but on a serious note, like I can't smash her. I can only either date her or be friends with her.
That sounds like erectile dysfunction. So you need to get some pills for that. If you can't smash, you got to fix that problem. There's pills for that, man. You can get that figured out.
Never mind. I can't do it. I just have to either be friends with her or, just be patient and hopefully one day, we'll have a strong bond. But for right now, I'll just stick with the Latinas and, Anyways, I have like 3 dates on Tinder, so. I'm going to use the spring break to go out on these dates, and we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, I'm hoping that you don't go 0 for 3, we'll be here in the den and wishing you some success. I think some people are rooting against your success, so you'll be able to call back and share the stories with us. Don't go to Pluckers. Don't do any bowling. And if you do go bowling, make sure you have the adequate finances to do so. But I appreciate the call, Ed, man. It's always good to hear from you.
Love you, Brandon.
God damn it. I tried. Well, here's the funny thing about it, though. Here's the funny thing about it, though. Because he got away with it at the end, but I'm gonna tell y'all why it's funny. Fuck Jussie, that's funny. But yeah, man, like I said, this whole situation. Poor Ed, man. I don't know. I don't know about Ed, man. See, what he's just gonna have to do, Ed, man, you just need to go ahead and order a premium snap, because all the chicks got the premium snaps now. So go ahead and order a premium snap, and that's about as close to the action you're going to get. So I think you got to do what you got to do. So, again, I wish you well, Ed, man. The adventures of Ed, man. Stay away from the bowling alley, though. That's not the bag. But here's the deal, though. With C335, you're safe because there's another Brandon in the chat. So there's two Brandons. We don't know which Brandon he was talking about. Weird. So that's why you're not scoring with the chick you want to score with. You're confused, motherfucker. That's your problem, Ed, man. You're confused, goddamn. So yeah, man. I think it's just. I think the Jussie situation is interesting. I can't wait till they, everything gets put together. Because I think the court date is, I may be wrong. I want to say it was next week, or it's coming up very, very soon. And I think for them to drop this on it now, that's interesting. I think it makes the legal team have to recalibrate and, figure out how they're going to approach, because, they might have been talking about maybe, one charge, or we'll fight it. We'll be able to, maybe maintain your innocence. But now it's like, look, let's be real, Jussie. Because what that means now, in my opinion, again, I'm no legal expert. Don't take my legal advice. If they hit you with 16 counts, right, for every lie that you told two different stories. That means you're going to have to be able to validate everything that you said, and there's no way that you can do that. So either one story was true, and one story was false, and we know they're both false, but we're just saying, for him to have to try to prove something, he'd have to prove that one thing was right, one thing was wrong. He shared two different stories. So either way it goes, he's put himself in a hole, and that's why I said from the very beginning that I thought the Chicago Police Department was playing a very smart game of cat and mouse. They were letting Jussie kind of play himself, and then ultimately that's what happened. And then now he's in a situation where they throw these overwhelming charges at you. Him being an old Hollywood dude, it sounds very, very bad. They're going to give him a plea deal, give him a chance to make a plea deal. And then, like I say, like Mike said, he's going to have to apologize, basically expose his whole, plan and everything and put it out there. And then after that, you figure it out from there. But then he's getting looked at as a fool. But you're still going to have those people who are going to blindly follow. You're still going to have those people who look at him as an activist, those people who look at him as somebody who is fighting for their cause. LGBT groups or whatever, they're still going to fund him. They're still going to believe in him. They're still going to root for him, even though, he's not really doing anything to help what they got going on. So, R. Kelly is an interesting situation. We're gonna find out the whole R. Kelly deal too. Yeah, and that's the thing. He didn't do it for anybody. Everybody says, well, he was doing it for this. He the fuck he didn't. He did it to further himself. And I just still don't see how, and we still got to talk about the letter. Excuse me. I don't see how he thought that by sending himself a fake letter was going to benefit his finances. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how did he think that, man, I'm gonna send myself this letter, people are gonna get outraged and people are gonna support me and root for me, and then I'll get all this notoriety, I'll be that much of a, because I'm wondering if he thought maybe if he had more fame, if he had more recognition, that it would up his pay scale, because maybe he'd have some leverage or something. But let's be honest, he's not that well known. Well, now he is, but he was not that well known, and so now, if it would have worked successfully and he had that notoriety, he could have been like, oh, okay, I think my contract commands more because people are my fans and they're coming to look for me. I could see that. But now, I mean, that's the only thing. I don't understand any what other way could that have benefited you by, fakes, hoax, hate criming yourself, and then, thinking that you're doing something. So it's really crazy. Because he would have instantly become a civil rights fighter, the gay Tupac. He had all that shit planned out. I'm the gay Tupac. Well, Tupac had to go to jail, nigga. And so do you. Stop. They're talking about contemplate taking his body, analyze the. What are they gonna do? Arrest him? They're gonna put him in a jail cemetery? Like, they better leave Michael alone. I probably, if they try to dig up Michael, motherfuckers are gonna go like. But this is the day and age of accusations. Like, and again, and this is what I was talking about when we were talking about the what's her name? Fuck. Amanda Seals with her bullshit against the old buddy. Like, there's no punishment for making false accusations. There's no punishment for making false accusations. You win, you may profit temporarily one way or the other until the facts are found out. And even then, when the facts are found out, there's going to be people who say, well, I still believe them. Or there's going to be people who say, whatever, but you're going to have more attention than you would have anywhere else, But it's craziness. Yeah, look, dog. They're gonna dig up Michael Jackson body and be like, this dude, dog. But yeah, they gotta leave MJ alone, man. People gonna ride. People gonna set that shit off. There's gonna be some motherfuckers that gonna fucking exhume fucking Michael. There's gonna be some motherfuckers gonna lose their shit. They already mad. Talking about radio stations don't know if to stop playing his music. Y'all motherfuckers better play some motherfucking man. I better play some goddamn MJ. You know what I'm saying? Say Al Sharpton does a network show right now, but that's what I'm saying. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Al Sharpton, he's a rat and a roach too. But I think if Al would have got exposed in the day and age of all this social media and everything, then it'd be different. I think Jussie will forever be known as that guy who had the Nigerians fuck him off. But yeah, we definitely know that Al's a phony baloney. But again, but it's unfortunate. Fake accusations, fake hoaxes, fake any of this stuff. It's a win. It's a win. It's a benefit for anybody to do these things, But my thing is, yeah, I know Tawana, and I know he was an informant. But here's the thing: most people don't even know about him being an informant, though. Like, the majority of people don't. That's why I say the majority of people are still fucking with him, because they don't even know about him being an informant. The Tawana, Bradley, whatever her name was, the situation, most people don't care. But I'm just saying, on the level of, right now, it's the age of fake outrage. And so when you're sending that energy from one side and people are waiting so much they're just looking for something to fall through the crap, excuse me. The right was waiting for this because this was a big, high-profile situation, and now they say, see, we've been telling you. Now, it is what it is. But I think, with this younger generation, I think it's a different deal. But, all Al has to do is say, and this is why I say niggas be super forgiving about everything. Al says, I'm doing it for y'all. Even though you got to pay me to show up, to speak at your funeral, to speak at your cause, I'm doing it for y'all. And niggas see Al with some other civil rights case. They see Al with some other bullshit ass case. Oh, Al's doing this for black people. Al ain't doing shit for y'all, man. Al ain't doing shit for nobody. Fucking poverty pimping. Like, that shit kills me, man. Fucking kills me. Jussie made smart moves. Stop. and that shit killed me. Like I hate that. Like that's what kills me more than anything. And this is why I say, you know, kind of what I say. And I'm not. And I know that my views can be disagreeable with some, you know. But the reason why I feel the way I feel is because I want better for black people. And like I said, I look at the way I used to look at shit, and I look at the way I look at now, and I look at what is a more sustainable way of living for continued prosperity and success. You know, doing the shit you've been doing for so long that has caused the downfall, the detriment, the problems, the poverty, whatever it is, or maybe doing something differently that is consistent, that is stable, that is proven to garner success. But people don't want to do that, man. Like, you know, and I understand. Like I say, even for me, when I look at things a lot different than I used to, it's understanding. But it's like a lot of shit got to change, and we look to these motherfuckers to be martyrs and to be some type of savior or something. And these motherfuckers steadily undercutting us. They doing it for themselves, man. They doing it for themselves, like, and that's the problem. They doing it for themselves, not for nobody else. You know what I mean? It's like Al looks sick. Al look like he on that shit. You say, oh, woke points, yeah, all this, yeah. Everybody woke and broke. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but if you woke and broke, you can be an activist. How's that a career? Like, I didn't know you could take, you know, activism classes in college. I didn't know they was getting paid for that. I didn't know that was like a trade that you could acquire. You know what I'm saying? Just Al out there running, Al out there tripping. You say he's an asshole, but he ain't dumb. Yeah, he knows how to finesse it. You know, he definitely knows how to finesse the game. You say, I'll just say that's why I think the way I think. Yeah, and that's what it is, man. And like, you got to really realize like what is working for you. You know, I understand where people lean to the left and say, oh, well, you know, we need these programs, we need this stuff. But when you need something, you lean on something so heavily. You know, what happens when you're not doing what this particular group wants you to do, and then they yank that from under you instead of learning, you know, to stand straight up. You know, you leaning. You get that shit yanked over, you fall over. You got to find out how to stand up on your 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you got. We got a call covered here, babe. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening? Man up, what's the motherfucking deal? What you want to drop in the den tonight, man?
Man, I'm sitting here watching you, man. I'm not doing too much in the chat, but I'm sitting here watching you. And, man, you saying a lot of good points, but I know this is fucking Friday, so let me start off with my fuck 'em first. Matter of fact, I don't think I ever gave a fuck 'em on. Well, anyway, I don't think I ever have. But anyway, my first fuck 'em ever is going to be to not having enough time to relax, because I am fucking wore out, man. I finally got a day to relax today, and goddamn, I won't say fuck that shit. I am tired. I relax and I'm chilling for the day. I was gonna hit you up and say I'd do the den with you today, but I was like, you know what? I'm tired. But anyway, I'm calling in, man. This ain't gonna be long because I know people got on me last time for me going off on a rant. But this is what I call it, ain't gonna be long, so I promise y'all that. But I wanted to first say about that Jussie situation. I remember I called in about it a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was, a week ago, whatever. And I once said, I believe he should go to jail, because if he don't, then it's going to make somebody else go and do it again, and then somebody else going to do it because people are getting away with it. So I'm glad he is going to jail. Quit wasting my tax dollars. Number two, I want to give a shout out to T'Challa. I don't know if she saw my response in the chat, but I love her mindset. I love the fact that she speaks up on how she is as a person and not try to hide it from the general public. This is who she is, and I love that about people like that. Not just women, men too. Don't be shy. Be who the fuck you are, period. Number three, when you said, this is what made me go ahead and call in, when you said that you want better for our people. That's what I always talk about, man. People think I be cooning and working for the white man. I'm all the time, all that crap. It's like you cannot sit here and say that you're okay with living off the government. You cannot say that you're okay living in bad situations. Keep doing crazy things. Keep having the mindset, oh, the white man holding me down. All that crazy nonsense. When you doing it to yourself. When you can't sit there and think outside the box just because you're in a certain situation don't mean you can't think outside the box. So I'm going to leave it at that and, you know, let everybody else fill in the blank on that. And then also, too, this is going to be my last thing, and then I'm going to end it because I don't want nobody going off on me again. but because I know they went off on me last time when I called in, and I don't blame them. I went back and I listened to it. I was like, damn, I did kind of go off and was on the call for a long time, longer than I normally do. But anyway, so I don't want nobody fussing at me no more. But anyway, and then also too, this is gonna be it right here. Excuse me, sorry about that. When you was talking about wanting better for people, I look at it like this here. Instead of you attacking someone who says, okay, let's do better for ourselves, why don't you go look in the mirror and attack yourself? And then start thinking about something, you know, trying to better your situation. And then also, too, my ultimate last thing, when you said how important is sex, I put in there 1,000% because, God damn it, I work a lot, and I be wanting it when I come home. When I see the wife, I got to wear her out. Yeah, whoever that was that called in, talking about quality and quantity, they all right. But God damn it, I got to get it because, shit, I work my ass off trying to save for my retirement. Like I said, I'm trying to retire in the next, 4 or 5 years. And God damn it, I'm trying to make it happen. So I work my ass off. Anyway, that was my call. I'll holler at you. I'm going to go back and watch the show.
All right, man. I appreciate the call as always, man.
I appreciate you, man.
All right. Man, shout out to Man Up, man. Shout out to Man Up, man. Hey, when you put in the work, you got to get in and put in some more work. You know what I'm talking about? But here's the deal, though. And here's my thing, man. And like I say, because trust me, my views and my beliefs on a lot of shit has flipped. And what I say is, you know, sometimes I tell people, look at what you oppose. Sometimes go watch videos about people who have opposing views. Go read books from people who have opposing views, and understand why they think the way they think. Take your emotions out of it. You know, when you apply certain things emotionally because, you know, what is this certain policy in my youth, it may have helped me, benefit me and my family. But then when you look at the big picture and you see the detriment is done, your family may have used it in a way, excuse me, God damn, in the manner in which it was intended, and maybe there may have been benefit. But then you know people all around you who exploit, let's take like welfare, for instance, or something like that. Sunflower seeds fell. And yeah, you may have benefited. You may needed it for a short period of time, getting back on your feet, you know, and then, you know, your parents, they got back on, your mom got back on, got a job, whatever else it is. But then you also knew people, like you came from a low-income area, some of y'all might not have known, who exploited that. And all they did was month to month, they weren't looking for a job, they weren't trying to do anything better for themselves, they were just taking them food stamps, taking that check, going, you know, living on government subsidized housing, whatever you want to call it. And that's all they wanted. They were cool with that. But yet these same motherfuckers who supposedly couldn't afford all this shit, these motherfuckers got the Gucci, they got the Jordans, they got all this other shit. And were okay living in shoddy conditions because it was paid for. Well, they gave us a little something. They owe me this. I feel like I deserve this. I'm entitled to this. But don't you feel like you could do so much more? While you're over there getting your Peggy Bundy on, eating bonbons, watching Oprah. I don't know. Do people really eat bonbons? I don't think people eat bonbons. I always imagine that because I used to watch a lot of Married with Children when I was young. And you never really truly see the value in yourself, and people start believing that's all they're good enough for. They're only good enough to hang out in the project. They're only good enough to hang out in the hood. Like, I made a video the other day where I said, you know, fuck the hood, fuck all that shit. And I mean that. Now, I love, I don't want to say I love the hood. There's certain aspects of it I like. That there are points where I can see where people enjoy it, where when you make something out of nothing, when you take a bad situation and make something out of it. That's cool when you a motherfucking kid. You know what I mean? That's cool when you fucking young. But it gets to a certain point where when you start getting older and you start making something, you start doing something, you start having some worth, having some value. Well, the hood is not beneficial. The hood is an environment of lack. The hood takes. That's all the fuck it is. It takes. It does not give. Okay? It does not give. And when you start getting something and you still in an environment like that, some other niggas that ain't got what you got, they want what you got. They trying to take it from you. They're not trying to say, hey man, how you get it? What'd you do to get that? Or hey, let's build something so we can all get that. Nah, he got it right now. I want it right now. You know what I mean? I want it right now. And so that's what it is. And that's why I say, man, you know, it's a lot of stuff I used to embrace from a young age that I thought was cool, and even till, you know, maybe my mid-20s or so. And I had to start looking at shit differently, man. And, you know, it's not to hate on nobody or nothing, but it's just certain shit that, because we grew up used to it, and everybody we knew, or most of the people around us, were used to it. We just like, okay, you know, it just is what it is. It's just how it is. And then somebody say something about it, you know, oh man, fuck you, or nah, that ain't the way it is. But in reality, we know the motherfuckers that was doing that shit. We knew the motherfuckers that was abusing that shit. We knew the motherfuckers who were exploiting that type of shit, man. And it's like, man, if you can do this type of thing, why can't we put some shit together and really do so? Because man, motherfuckers in the hood don't want to see you have it better. They don't really give a fuck about the hood. We talk about gentrification. Guess what? You can't buy up shit that people are taking care of, that people are, you know, increasing value in. They don't give a fuck. Oh, this shit is shitty. The neighborhood shitty here. Sell it. We gonna sell it for cheap. It is what it is. We just want some quick money now, or whatever it may be. There's a lot of factors that go into a lot of shit, and ultimately, you know, we control a lot of that shit, but we embrace a lot of contradicting things, and that's why I say a lot about the music, and it's tough, man, because trust me, it's a lot of rap music I love, man. It's a lot of shit that I grew up on, that I had to go back and realize this shit ain't benefiting me at all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I still listen to my UGK. That's just the UGK alumni. That's just a part of something that I've always listened to. I'm still listen to UGK. You know, now only other shit I really listen to is Currency, because he talks about, you know, getting money. He talks about smoking a little weed, but he talks about, you know, businesses, and you know, he's a businessman. I listen to Nipsey because he kind of on that same type of kick, but outside of that, man, it's not too much other shit. Like, I'm not listening to no Make It Rain music. I'm not listening to no booty twerk music. I'm not listening to no jacking and robbing music. It's none of that shit. That shit dead, man. It's about building, man. Like, building. Let's build some shit. Like, fuck all that goddamn taking from each other. Let's build some shit. You know, but then we get mad at everybody else. Oh, they doing this, or they doing this. It's motherfuckers with smaller percentages of people in this country than we are. But they building. Why? Because they come in with a game plan, and they come in with a certain approach. Why? How do the Africans come in looking like niggas, looking like us? Some of them be dressed like us, but you can tell they ain't really Americans because they be dressing funny. But, you know, and I'm joking, I'm laughing, but I'm serious. But they come in with a game plan and a mindset, man. And the motherfuckers go and go get it. You know, they go and go get it, and we need that mindset. It's not the look. Yeah, there are issues, man. I'm never gonna disavow that. I've experienced them firsthand, so I'm not dismissing people when they say that these things happen. But at the same time, I've had them happen personally. But it's a lot of people who this shit has never happened to, and they living vicariously through some other people's experience, and that's the shit I don't understand. Like, I'm not saying, oh man, there ain't no racism, racism dead. I'm not. Look, it's out there, okay. But I'm not experiencing that shit every day. I live in a neighborhood where occasionally I see other black folks. The area I'm in, I occasionally see other black people. Hold on, let me see. YouTube trying to hit me with the bamboozling. You know what I'm saying? But being honest, like I said, up until recently, I had never even seen another nigga around this park, around this camp with no dreads. You know what I'm saying? And been in this area for a few years now. I've never seen a MAGA hat. I've never seen a MAGA hat in person. I've never fucking, ain't nobody, none of these motherfuckers ever called me nothing out my name. Everybody's always pleasant when they speak to me, all this other shit. So it's like, it's hard for me to buy into this, you know where racism happens. racism happens in more low class areas because let's be realistic about it. What you had a lot back in the day was classism, and it's still classism. And well, Bron's the only person I know with a MAGA. But what you had is classism, man. And what upper class whites were able to do were to make lower class whites real. They blame the blacks, and so it's the low class whites or race or poor people who have that racism instilled in them. Upper class, they do that to deflect the blame. And what I'm saying is that, you know, the advantages that they may be taking, you know, when you get take money to make money, the things that they're winning off of. And I'm not knocking nobody for having money, but racism comes from low class motherfuckers. That's the motherfuckers that you see that are still with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Say move to Katie. we talking about it. But, you know, you see that in low class areas, man. And that's what it is. Like, those people are upset because they believe in, you know, it's, oh, niggas just came and took all our jobs. No, the fuck they didn't. Those jobs are still available. You just believe in that shit because you're really not working for it. You know, when you're not having this a mindset, regardless of your skin color, man, you're not pursuing. And even when I fall short on certain things, it's just my mindset. And I fully embrace that. And when you embrace that mind frame, then you take control of that frame. You can take control of that shit. You can have whatever you want because you go out and you pursue because you know what you can do. When you have faith in you, I mean, it's the most beautiful thing. Like I say, because I used to think about, man, everything I was racist, this is racist, that, this is why I can't do this, why I can't do that. But once my mind frame changed, it was like a fucking door opened up. Y'all remember the old den door? For some of y'all who remember the Kush den or the old den when we used to have it where the door would open up and then we come into the den. It was like that. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. I agree, Danny. Ghetto goes beyond race. Katie, I white like my fridge tip. Hood people like a 15 while and that's my thing, man. Like, I don't hate on hood folks because, like I say, I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just I think you got to be introduced to some new shit, but we embrace and we comfortable around our own. We talk about when you change, and we were talking about this the other day with friends, and friends not necessarily being malicious because you're changing, but they don't want to lose you. But at the same time, they don't want to put in that same work or do the same things you're doing. And sometimes we don't want to lose people too, so we stick around a certain crew, a certain crowd. And I think sometimes you just have to have different experiences to see what people are all about, man. And when you start seeing what people are really all about, that and stop looking for differences, it's the media that paints us with these fucking differences. But when you go and say, okay, let me see what these people over here about. Let me see what these people over here about. And you see that shit firsthand, then you don't have those problems, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have those fucking, those issues. You know what I mean? And so that's the one thing I can say I was fortunate to have is just diversity in my life. You know what I mean? Like, even when down bad, you know, and I ain't gonna lie to you, 'cause like I say, shit, when I used to be in them gifted and talented classes and being the only black, I used to hate the white kids in them classes, man. I used to hate them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. I used to hate them motherfuckers. Come back from fucking school, fucking vacation. You know, it's only like the one little gifted classes or whatever. These motherfuckers that went on vacations. They didn't went. I went to California. Or I went to the Garden State Park. Or I did this and I did. Man, I've been here playing Super Nintendo, man. Fuck y'all. Playing the same game all goddamn summer. I went to Blockbuster. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I went to fucking Hollywood Video and rented some video games. That's what I got to do for my fucking vacation. I played some basketball on this old lopsided ass goal. That's what I got to do for my fucking vacation. Y'all motherfuckers having adventures and experiences, going to camps. I went to summer camp. Look at this. I made this fucking bracelet. It's cool. Like, fuck y'all, man. I used to hate the motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. And I felt like I was missing out on shit. And that's why I say as I got older, got into high school, I got out of the advanced class and started just kicking it with niggas and doing dumb nigga shit. And that's when I started getting into stupid shit. And, you know, but at home, you know, I was all niggas in the neighborhood. Why you ain't in none of our classes, nigga? But felt like I was missing out on something, you know? Motherfuckers was thinking, oh, he think he too good because it wasn't that I thought I was too good because I was in none of them classes, but just the classes I was in. And so it's just, man, it's a whole fucking thing, man. And like I say, it was just eye opening to me. Until you learn white people are raised by black friends are worse. Anyone else agree? I think everybody got something in them. I say some most racist shit. I got some white friends that I know they say some shit. Well, I got some redneck partners that they've said some shit. But, you know, I don't view it as malicious because I've seen them also do things that other motherfuckers you wouldn't even do. You know, for people of other races, put motherfuckers on do shit for like that would never do. That's just how they are. They just blunt. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying white folk they grow up poor too, but that's what I say. But that's where you see more of that racist mentality, in my opinion, is from lower class people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But as you grow, you know, I fuck with everybody, man. You say, when I moved to a new neighborhood, the white people confronted the black people. Word. And how did that go? My Louisiana white friends are blacker than the South. What the fuck? Okay. That would be interesting. That would be definitely be interesting. But yeah, it ain't like hate for race. It's like laughing about this. Yeah, man. And, you know, that's the thing is like, come on, man. Motherfuckers be helpful. Motherfuckers be helpful, man. I was thinking about, what was it? During the fucking hurricane, motherfucker was ill prepared, but fortunately everything wasn't too bad. Motherfucking me, neighbor, white dude, didn't even really speak to him that much. He was like, hey, man, shit, I got some extra ice here. You know, hey, you know, you need some ice, you need some whatever, here you go. Hooked us up with the ice, like, wasn't even thinking nothing about it. Like, this little shit, like, white people are very friendly. Y'all be fucking friendly. I was like, it's all my ice. I don't know when the power's coming back on. I can't spare a cube. Fuck you. You want ice? Go listen to that Ice Cube rapper. You know, so, you know, my thing is, you know, like I say, it's all jokes and shit, but my thing is, I think if people really paid attention, there's more, who said there's more in common than uncommon, but I think that we fucking, we got to really stop harping on the differences. Now, there are discussions, there are talks that are important to have, and, you know, you need to be honest and be frank, and I'm not saying, you know, disown who you are, what your values are. But at the same time, man, God, life is short, dog. I ain't got time to look for a reason to hate nobody, man. Like, I ain't got time for it, honestly. Now, if a motherfucker wants some problems, I feel like I'm a pretty pleasant person, you know. And if a motherfucker deliberately just want to cause a bad situation for me or deliberately hate on me for some reason, shit, okay, we gonna get all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's like that. You're gonna get all the smoke, because I'm cool. I'm pretty cool about shit. I don't let shit get under my skin too much, and nothing like that. So if a motherfucker just don't like me, they just don't like life, you know. But some people don't like life. It is what it is. You say it's rare to see black people uptight, but when I see them, they smile, look like they're proud. They are proud of you. They're proud of you. I'm proud of you, Wise. Man, that's interesting. That's interesting. There's something I've said I want to start looking at. I need to diversify my bonds, nigga. But it's something I did say I want to start looking into. Investment wise, I find some things interesting that I've been looking at. Yes, Gary is proud of you, but Gary is not proud of Kenneth. But, you know, ultimately, man, because it's just like again, I look at me and I look at the people I've been fortunate enough to come in contact with in my life, even here in the den, you know what I'm saying? But just even in my physical presence, it's the experiences that I've had, you know, being who I am, even how I dress, and that's changed over the years, but, you know, how I carried myself and things like that, even around people who you would think would looked down upon certain ways, and then I made adjustments once I started learning things, and I started understanding the power of the initial meeting. What is it? Your God damn, I can't think of the word right now, but basically your first, what's the fucking word? God damn it, I can't think of it. But basically your first I see somebody calling in. I got to let me log back into the system. My bad. Whoever's calling in, give me just a second. Your initial, like your initial contact, basically. Well, that's my ass must be tired, so I can't think of shit. Yeah, you only get one chance to make a first impression. There we go. That's what I'm thinking about. First impressions. And so, about your first impression and how that carries, and just a lot of shit, man. The little things are very important. So, and that's just what it is. Whoever it was calling in, call back in, player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I fucking put the wrong shit in first. I got like 4 base passwords, right? And then I have variations of those passwords. And so sometimes I forget which is which. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, here we go. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is Danny.
Okay, Danny, man. I'm glad you called. So you were saying something about a situation that took place when you had moved into a new neighborhood?
Yeah, I was straight out of Detroit. Our family moved to Florida. We moved to a small town in Florida. We ended up moving to a neighborhood next to a girl I knew in school. Actually, we became best friends. And they were just so racist. They hated us. They would call the cops on my little brother. They would play Achy Breaky Heart all night long. You know that Billy Ray Cyrus song? My God. It was crazy. Like it was altercations like with the bus drivers. They didn't want us to get off at the same stop. I mean, it was terrible. And one night, it all kind of came together, and all the white people in the neighborhood and the black people in the neighborhood kind of converged together. And it was like right in front of my room. And they're like arguing, fighting. All of a sudden, I see this white lady run as fast as she could, clear the goddamn fence like an Olympic sprinter. She just jumped right over the fence, tells my mom, go back to Africa. And my mom was like, bitch, I'm from Detroit. And it just escalated from then. No cops were called. It was over after that, still cops being called and everything. But I'll tell you, I'm not racist because of what happened. If anything, like it helped develop my outlook now, because what happened next was, well, they killed my cat. They poisoned my cat. Damn. But what really happened that changed us and the whole situation is my little sister was 2 years old, and she ran out of the gate and to the road. Yeah. And we couldn't get to her in time. And the racist lady that killed my goddamn cat ran across the street and grabbed my sister out of the way of the car. Word? And from then on, everything was cool. So I guess she wasn't as racist as she thought she was. Damn. It was crazy. Yeah, they killed my cat. Damn. My cat. Yeah. It was crazy. But the fact that she saved my sister's life, though.
I mean, so yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, the sister's definitely way worse way more than the cat. But it's just odd. I mean, that I wonder what I think, and I think deep down, we all know that we're human beings, but it's just it's something. Maybe it's
layers. People aren't just, you're not just one thing. You know what I mean? We all say fucked up shit. You know what I mean? I can't say that I've never talked shit about different races jokingly, or you know what I mean, or say something to hurt people. But I think, like, for me, this is how I look at it, okay? I'm a random black person. I'm a statistic if you don't know me, right? I'm just a study. You know, I'm black women do this, black women do that. But once you meet me, I'm Danny. You know what I mean? Oh, that's that black woman, Danny, like I told you before. But once you have a conversation with the person, you get to know them as a person. You get to know them, like, it's beyond race. You know what I mean? That's just the beginning. That's how I look at it.
Well, one, I really appreciate you sharing that story. But I mean, that's a very interesting way of looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what it is. It's never just one thing. We're you know, there's a lot that goes into it, and we all have different experiences. You know what I mean? I'm not racist because of it. And I'll tell you another story. My brother got into a fight with this girl on the bus, right? And her brother jumped in, so I'm like, damn, I gotta jump in. So I jump in, and we started fighting. And then the girl called me a nigger. She was like, you fucking nigger. And was not mad or offended at all, because the way I look at it, if I don't respect you, why do I care what you call me? Just because you say it's true? No, I'm not going to get my hands dirty over you. But I don't know. I felt like I had to do something, so I spit on her. I wasn't even mad. I'm just like, you know what? I got to do something. I can't just let this girl call me a nigger. I spit on her, and I ended up getting in trouble. She didn't get in trouble. It was crazy over there where I was from. Crazy in Florida.
I'm gonna be honest. You got to win, because spit is some shit I cannot fucking take. Spit is the worst. You spit on the ground. You spit in the toilet or some shit.
I wouldn't spit in my worst enemy's drink. But you know, I was a little kid. I was like 12, 13 years old. I wasn't even mad when she called me nigger. But I was like, you know what? I gotta do something. I'm gonna spit on this bitch. Like, you know, that's just what I did. You know. Yeah. It was worth it. It was worth it. And I got to beat her ass too, so it made it even better.
The 2-for-1 deal. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man.
Yeah, man. But from beyond that, I don't know. I've had this one time it was a hurricane, so I tried to get to my hometown, and I'm driving. My freaking car breaks down. I have my little sisters in the car. You know, this interracial couple actually they were on the side of the road with a road ranger. And they came, and they're like, you guys need help? I'm like, no, I'll figure it out. And they're like, well, we're not going to leave you because you got the kids in the car. So packed everybody up. We got dropped off at a restaurant. They paid for me to go home. They towed me home. They didn't want to thank you. Nothing. Dang. Nothing. You know what I mean? And that's what's out there. It's not just all bad.
I agree, man.
You know what I mean? There's good and bad, and some people, you have both in you. You know what I mean? I might be nice one day, but, you know, you get on the wrong side, I could be a bitch. You know? That's life.
Okay. Okay, well, Miss Danny, I appreciate you calling and sharing these stories. And I think hopefully that, you know, maybe somebody got some perspective from them. And I hope you call in more.
Yeah, I'm a pretty shy person. So I'm
not believing that. The way you called it, you jumped on this call full force, and you was laying down the foundation. So I'm not gonna believe that shy person. You know, ain't no shy.
It's true, but it's crazy. Like, even years later, I picture the scene. Like, if you could see this lady run full speed and clear that goddamn fence and get in my mom's face, and I will never forget my mom saying, "Bitch, I'm from Detroit."
Yeah. That's fucking American.
Go back to Africa. What you talking about?
That's the shit I'm imagining. That when you said like an Olympic sprinter, I'm thinking, oh, so that shit just I don't know what who the picture is I have in my head. It's probably just some random combination of white parts that form a white lady in my mind. But just clearing that.
Yes,
in my head,
and I'm sure you picture her exactly. Like, that's yes. She cleared it though. She cleared it. That's I was wild. Like, damn. Yeah, but thanks for letting me call in.
Man, I appreciate the call. I'm expecting another one soon.
All right.
All right, appreciate it. All right, shout out to Danny, man. That was a good call. Very interesting. And they may say white men can't jump, but apparently white women can clear fences. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
Roman, where you been at, Roman? What's the motherfucking deal, man?
Oh man, like I said, I've been out today, bro. My brother, man, he in the Air Force, man. So he's been out here for a couple of days. But today, man, we've been at school, but today we went out to eat, man. So that's what I've been doing, man. So did you do a sauce today?
No, there was no sauce today. No sauce today.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's why I'm a little late, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the Jussie thing. You seem like the dentist went off off topic, like the dentist always be doing, man. I'm gonna talk about something, man. Let me tell you about this school I go to, right, Honcho. So I'm gonna ask you. Tell me if this makes sense to you, man. Okay, so I go to school. It's called Sterling High School, right? Sterling Aviation Early College High School. So it has this whole big ass name, right, man? And I want to talk about how, like, these schools, especially in the hood, is so unorganized, man. It's so sad. What I realized about these schools, colors mean everything. Because when you go into school, you know, when you expect a good school, you expect a lot of colors, words on the wall, you know, encouragement, you know, to say, even if you don't like the school, a good school, colors mean a lot because, man, they encourage people to let me go ahead and I actually can learn something. I actually can meet good people. And they don't use bright colors. You don't see the yellows and the reds and the oranges and stuff that get you. I know it ain't the elementary, it's high school, but still, it's not bad to add color, right? You walk into the school, Honcho, it's none but dark, it's none but grays, blacks, dark blues. It's like, it's just, the atmosphere is already just like, I don't want you to be here. It's gloomy. It's dark. It's like it's already telling you what they don't want you to be, man. And then the people, man. I just feel like at a school like that, it's not setting you up to go nowhere. You know, it's like the people always have a rude attitude. It's, you know, it's always just, why am I doing that? I'm just here because I have to be here. And it's not just students, it's also the teachers. It's like, what I don't like about some of these young teachers is I'm doing it for a paycheck. I don't care about the well-being and these students in the future, man. That's why when you have, so I've had some great teachers that I feel like really cared and really worked hard, but these new teachers don't. And they're just as immature as some of these kids. And when you have an immature adult, an immature child, teacher, that doesn't, you're not teaching nothing to the child. You know, to where I feel like nothing's getting solved. The testing scores are horrible. They're out of this world. They're just horrendous because nothing gets done. There's literally a fight every other day. You know, and I'm thinking, it's like, how can a school like this still be around? Because I feel like how they teach these kids, they gossip with the kids and all that. I feel like they teaching these kids, especially is predominantly Black and Hispanic, and it's like they send you up for failure. They send you up to be on welfare. They send you up to just live in an apartment. It's like where, and this is the problem I have, Honcho. Why are we learning about calculus? Why are we learning about all these 3, 5, 6 step equations? Why are we not learning about how to pay our taxes, how to pay a mortgage, how to do our taxes, how you giving everyday life, you know, to where things you will use, how to handle our money, how to start businesses, how to, you know, to do resumes. It's like that doesn't happen, and that's why I have problems, especially with HISD and the school district. Why are classes like that not teach? Why are we kids not learning about sex ed? Because you got these kids out here so sad seeing some of these Black and Spanish girls full pregnant bellies, and they children themselves 17 about to have themselves a whole baby, bro. And I don't know, man. I just don't feel like it makes sense. My main question to you, Honcho, do you think the school system is failing the kids?
Yeah, I mean, just to put it briefly, and I think, and I say yeah, and you pretty much lined out the reasons why. And so ultimately, but who else is failing the kids too? Or some of these parents, and I know it can be difficult. I know it can be tough.
I agree.
In some of these situations, but you got to recognize, you know, where you are, the capacity of your school to educate your child, and then there's certain things. The rest of it, you got to take into your own hands or help guide your child in the direction they need to go to get that information. And I think that's the parents' job, to know their limitations, to know the school's limitations, and then put their child on the right path to, you know, surpass those limitations.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel like pitch your kid in something they know they're gonna learn, they're gonna love. Just don't do it just to pit in there, you know. So yeah, man. That's all I had to talk about. And Jussie thing, man, that nigga going to jail. It's 16 felony counts. He done. So that's all I got, Honcho.
Already, Roman, man. I appreciate the call as always, man. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you too, Honcho.
Already.
All right.
Shout out to Roman, man. Fuck that old drab ass school, man. You're gonna have to go to school with some graffiti and fuck some shit up, man. You know, you're gonna have to just take some spray paint and fuck that shit up. So here's the deal. Don't pay no attention to me. Y'all better get off my boy Roman, man. Y'all better get off my boy Roman. Oh, yeah, they're gonna come with them charges. Like I said, I think Mike put it the best early. He laid it down flat. I mean, it wasn't no. They say right now they setting them up. Go ahead, admit all that shit in this with this case, and then after that he gonna fuck around and they're gonna hit him with the okie doke when the FBI come through. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Anonymous. Goddamn, we know who this is. Goddamn. You ain't fooling nobody.
I just wanted to know, okay, because I'm not going to be on Sunday night. Can I do one?
All right, go for it. That's a bet.
Okay. All right. So, my confession is, the first time I ever queefed, right, I laughed my ass off. Like, that shit was mad funny to me. It never happened to me before, so I was just laughing, like, you know, whatever. Dude got mad and left. Like, for real, because I was just laughing that damn hard, like I could not get it together. Did you have less than that same situation?
Man, oh man, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. All right, so we gotta talk about this. Depending on the situation, depending on my age, it would have depended. We would have had to do some talking. I would have needed some explanations and some understanding. Because at first I had to make sure that this was not a passing of gas, you know. But then, you know, me being young and probably with the shits, that probably wouldn't have stopped me. Had it been a queef or a passing of gas, probably would have spray the air, you know, hey, let's clear the air and get back to it. I'm gonna be honest. But nah, I don't think I'd have left, but we'd have definitely had to have a conversation about what was taking place at that point in time.
I mean, it just happened. It was over. Like, I couldn't get myself together after that. Like, that shit was so funny to me. Like, I don't know. I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to whisper. Ain't nobody supposed to know who this is. I was 25.
What? Damn. I'm trying to say I'm trying to say my first experience with that. I was definitely in my teens, and I'm trying to recall how that went. Yeah, it was interesting because I didn't know how to respond at first, but then once we clarified the situation, you know, we got right back to it. So
it's like after it happened, you know, saying I guess because I laughed, so I don't know if I embarrassed him or whatever. Like, we didn't even talk afterwards, you know. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, he went kind of soft, and the more I laughed, it kind of just like spit it out, and he was just done. He was like, "Man, fuck this."
I mean, niggas might have thought, you know, he might have thought you farted on him or something. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely, you know, it might have been a mood killer. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of shit going on in that situation. That's a.
I couldn't help it though. I didn't mean to, but like I said, that was like the first time it ever happened, so I didn't know what it was, and I was like kind of confused myself a little bit because I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like 100% sure, but I was like, you know, 98% sure that I didn't poop. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
There's a 2% margin of error. It could be a bad situation.
You never know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. That shit was crazy, but that's my feeling. Okay, that's one of them.
Well, I'm glad that you shared that story with us, and that was extremely
a little bit too serious.
Yeah. I'm glad you shared it. Man, you still ain't dropped that. You know, your homegirl with a premium snap. We trying to see what happened with that. I'm just funny.
You still put me out there. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Damn it. Since you want to announce who I am,
everybody
probably knows.
Yeah, everybody.
Oh my God! Well, thank you for ignoring me and putting me on the block earlier. I'm gonna just say that before Miss Danny called. Oh. I was calling. Your ass was like, doo-doo.
No, I didn't.
I'm like, damn. I didn't
you
know who this is.
No, I didn't block you earlier. I honestly didn't see the call, but appreciated Danny F with the dropping some Benjamins. Appreciate that love. But no, I honestly didn't see you call. It might have been 2 or 3 people calling at the same time.
I called before that. I don't even hear that.
Well, look, you know, I don't. If unless it's a call currently going on, I do not. I don't hit the block. Unless you call when not, but you might have called when the because the system had cut off for a second. I had to re-log in, so that could have been when you had called in. I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll keep that excuse. We'll stick with that one.
Okay, that worked. If it worked for me, if it worked for you, it worked for me. So you know.
Okay, cool. As long as that's what it was, you know what I'm saying, man. Yeah. All right, cool. So, by Jussie Smollett, ain't that some bullshit? 16 counts of fraud. Oh my God! What the fuck? Do you know what the 16 counts are?
Well, for every time he lied to the police. So basically every part of the story that was a lie in the police. So I'm assuming he lied 8 times in the first story and 8 times in the second case. They interviewed him twice. And so the first time he was talking about, you know, they poured bleach on him and all, a noose and all that. The second time he said they caught him from behind, pause, and you know, dropped him and kicked him and all the other shit. But you know, the thing is, the more he talked, the more he dug himself in the hole, because he was all over the news and all over, you know, his when he was at the little concert he did. And that's why I knew it was suspect when he did his concert and he had the card trying to talk about all the stuff. This is what happened. This is what happened, because he was trying to clarify.
Yeah, shit. So, and then he talking about gay Tupac. Like, nah, you should left that shit out. Yeah. No, hell no. No fuck. Okay. I'm deleting that shit. I don't give a damn. It's 2:00. Oh, see? Hey, I gotta go. Watch out. All right.
Well, all right,
y'all be good.
All right. I don't know what just happened, but yeah, that happened. So we got an early, technically Saturday, I guess, Saturday morning confession, but yeah, that's pretty interesting. Dug himself a hole. The mirrors, the OJK strategy. Lawyers already bashing the police. That appears to be the plan to put Chicago police on trial. But that's the thing, and that's what's happening. But there's a lot of black people that are buying that. Well, Chicago police, they did this to Laquan McDonald. They did this to such and such. That ain't got shit to do with fucking Jussie. And here's the deal. No matter if he put them on trial, because that shit, look, what's going to happen is when the feds come through with that shit, it's a wrap, son. It's a wrap. So it could work. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. It's possible, but I think it's highly, highly, highly unlikely. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's not like they played him in any kind of manner. They treated him like a victim, but they knew he was lying from the jump. Like, I knew they knew he was lying from the jump. But that's what I was saying. Like, just the way they handled it. Like, they were just letting him continue to bait himself. Pause. To continue to put himself in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, it's gonna be what they need to do is ask every juror if they watch Empire. If the jurors ever watch Empire, you can't be on the trial. You bias. Look, let me be a juror. I ain't got no bias in this trial. I'll slide up to Chicago. Shot-town. I'll definitely serve on the case. I'll be in this bitch like Antonio Brown on Facebook Live or on the YouTube lane. I'm in here right now. We deliberate. We talking about this nigga Jesse. What y'all think? Then y'all think I should say this nigga guilty? I'll be there fucking the case all up. But we gonna get more subs in the end though. It would be live though. But here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal, people. Okay, well, hold on. Okay, well, hold on. Hold on. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's going on, Huncho? It's both man up one more again.
Already, man up. What you want to drop in the den this evening, man?
I forgot to give you this fuck 'em. Now, but let me explain why I want to give you this fuck 'em first. Okay. Then I'm gonna tell you what's up. I got a question for the ladies.
Okay.
It's not a bad thing or anything. It's just a curious question.
Okay.
Now, why is it that a woman could say what they like in a man, but if a man say what he likes in a woman, not all women, not saying everyone, but a lot of women tend to get upset, hit you with that old okie doke, that's very disrespectful, you should like all women, we all beautiful in our own way, blah, 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 all that crap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm saying fuck them to all of them ladies. And let me explain why I'm saying that. Now, I was at work, me and this guy having this conversation. Now, I know it's a touchy subject at work, but whatever. I feel like when you step in somebody else's conversation, you're going to get what you get. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So he was saying he liked this type of woman, and I was saying, yeah, I like a woman who's amenable. I like them thick, something I can grab. I said, I don't like no big old fat old woman. Don't get me wrong, no disrespect to them, but that's not what I like. And I swear this woman just started going off. That's disrespectful. That's rude. How you going to talk about you don't like the wild women are beautiful? I just went off. I'm like, I let her give her spiel. Then I said, okay. And I set her up, and I can't believe she went for it. I said, what kind of man you like? She said, oh, I like a tall, handsome, nice haircut type of looking guy. I forgot her exact words. And I said, okay, well, what about the man that's not like that? Should I say something to you like that? No, because you're a guy. I said, what difference does that make? So we went on this little spiel for a few minutes, right? And I was like, look, at the end of the day, we all like what we like. So my curious question just to all the ladies is, I know this is not all women that think this way, but some do. Why is that just such a touchy subject when a man says he likes a certain thing in a woman, but women like to, let's say, what they want in a man? So I just a curious question. So my second and final fucking for this Friday is, fuck all those women that think like that. So just curious. I want some women to call in and tell me what they think.
All right, that's the bet. I appreciate the call, man. Up.
I appreciate you.
All right. Interesting. And let me put the number up here in the corner. Very interesting. And here's the thing, man. Ultimately, people are entitled to like what they like. You know, if you got preferences, pursue your preferences. You know, but that is the thing. I've heard similar situations where all women are beautiful. Everybody's beautiful to somebody. And so in that sense, yes, all women are beautiful. They just might not all be beautiful to me. They may be beautiful to some other people. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening? Okay. Okay. I can agree with that. I mean, hey. Oh, snap. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, so.
What?
So.
Okay, tripping.
I got to tell you something, all right? About your opinion. I got to tell you something. And it's not that I don't agree with what you said, but I had
Did
you
you
on
Roman
mute.
me?
Yeah, I hit you. I hit you with
You
the
Roman
Roman.
me? Oh my God! Oh, you're such a dork. Damn it!
So if you
I was
don't
looking
mind,
down the feed too, so I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker."
yeah. So I apologize if you don't mind. Would you repeat for the people what it is that you had said?
Oh my God! Shit. Let's see if I can even self-remember. Okay, what I was saying is, I don't think that it's wrong for, anybody to have their preferences. I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, if that's not what you're attracted to, and that's what you end up dealing with, then, it's just going to be filled with a whole bunch of lies and using somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you just with them because, because of what? It definitely ain't they looks now, because that's not what you want, And I just think some females are just a little bit sensitive to that, because nobody wants to hear, that you would rather prefer this than, than somebody that's standing right there. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I mean, some guys just like what they like, just like females. Me, for instance, I like black guys, always have, like I told you, since kindergarten. So, and I don't know why, but there's been some white guys that I've been attracted to, like Eminem. I thought he was cute. There's maybe some other couple of random guys that I see that's kind of cute, but I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, it's your preference, Just can't be mad at that, even though I feel like some men will stick anything that they see walking. But that's not everybody. I'm not saying all men, but it's a lot of them like that. They just little slut buckets. But I don't know. Females just need to stop being so sensitive. But we can't help that because we are females. I mean, it's just how we are sometimes, So, I mean, it was kind of wrong for old girl to go off on him like that. That's kind of fucked up. But, that just really shows how sensitive that motherfucker is. But you got to be careful, because motherfuckers try to use that as sexual harassment, any kind of conversation you have that has to deal with anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch out for that. Be careful with that, because if she got mad at that, oh, she going to find some revenge, type shit. Like, that's the bitch you got to watch out for. But, I mean, it is what it is. Just got to leave it at that.
That's what's up. I apologize for hitting you with the Roman. That was not my intention.
You're starting to do that too much lately. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just be all over.
You starting to make me feel some type of way.
No, that's not the case. No way, never that. But shout out to 335 because I almost would have got off the call and not even recognized it. So shout out to 335 for dropping a Benjamin to get the attention in. And so
right.
It is what it is. But Ms. Lady, listen, I appreciate the call. I appreciate you sharing your point of view on that and replying to what Man Up said. So hopefully we'll get some of the other ladies to share their opinions too. But I appreciate you sharing that.
Right. Heidi need to go ahead and call in. I want to hear what she got to say.
Oh man, when God finds Santa Claus, we'll catch Santa Claus under the tree before Heidi called in. So.
Okay. All right. I'll be easy.
No, I really appreciate the call.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. See, look. Players make mistakes. It was a mistake. So, it happens. It happens. So it was not deliberate. And it is what it is. No, look, don't let her persuade you because she trying to convince you because that's your fellow German. You know, it is what it is. So that's interesting. That's very interesting, though. But what Mandup was saying, about, I do believe it's a thing. I do believe is it a double standard? Quite possibly, but I think it just comes down to people. Yeah, some people are just offended because they're not what most people would consider that typical standard of beauty, and so when anybody says something that doesn't apply to them, they get offended. Oh wow, what are you saying about me? Like, it is what it is. I mean, just different people on different strokes for different folks. You know what I mean? So, watching the dude. So my thing is just, I ain't really. I think you got to let people like that just let them have it. Okay, yeah, all women are beautiful. But like I was saying, yeah, everybody's beautiful to somebody. Okay, everybody's beautiful to somebody. But not everybody's beautiful to everybody. And like I said, that's the kind of society that I don't care for, is where everybody feels like everybody has to love, like, and accept everything. That shit is trash. Like, I'm not with that. And I hate that mentality, I hate that everybody gets a trophy, everybody's a winner, all of that shit. Like, nah, fuck that. That shit is lame. You gotta lose. You don't grow. You don't improve. If you big and you unhappy about it, then you know what? If you realize that, your dating pool is small, and maybe you got to go hit the treadmill. Maybe you got to go hit the gym. Maybe you got to go do some things to alter your perspective, or alter your appearance. If you got some other shit going on, maybe you got to figure out what it is. But if you're happy being who you are, then who gives a fuck about what anybody else think, unless you really concerned with trying to get with them. And 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. Like, I remember when not everybody, it was all the big girls were mad at Tyrese because he said he didn't like big girls. And boy, they was mad at Future just the other day because somebody put out some shit about it, said that he said get all the fat girls out the club. But I think he came back and said that shit wasn't true. But it was a bunch of, it's like, y'all don't understand, motherfuckers be playing you and motherfuckers be eating that shit up because, again, then you see I think it was like a fat girl thread on Twitter. Well, let's show them all fat girls be the fuck Future. But he's in your head now because you doing some shit in spite of what you think or you believe, or it was rumored that he has said. So you taking action in spite of that. So he wins, not you. You still the same motherfucker. But when Tyrese said it, it was a bunch of motherfuckers was mad that he said that. Like, why are you not allowed to have a fucking opinion? Whether I agree or disagree, but my thing is, if a motherfucker, he feels like he works out daily, he works out hard to keep himself maintained, like, what makes you feel like you're entitled to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you entitled? He said he should. But what makes you feel like you're entitled to tell somebody what they should and shouldn't like? If I'm fucking grinding every day in the gym, waking up, starting my day in the gym, and maybe ending the day in the gym, running, a few miles a day and everything else that goes with that. And, you hitting fucking Golden Corral 2 times a fucking day, and then 2 or 3 McMeals at the end of the evening. And, you upset about your appearance. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with anything with my preference. It has to do with you being unhappy about yourself. And it is what it is. And again, I'm not saying nothing to shame the big girls, ain't nothing wrong with being big and proportionate, You don't want to get too out of there. Look, I done gained too much weight. My ankle hurt. I stepped funny the other day. Thought I broke my shit. But, if you want to be big, motherfuckers though who start out skinny, they come gainer girls. You know what I'm saying? Gainer girls, and now they fucking the girl. Which word? What shit? Dude, which one is suing? I don't know. I ain't even nobody. I ain't know you could sue somebody for some shit like that. Yeah, trust me, ain't nothing wrong with a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, if you carry yourself and you carry yourself with confidence, and you take care of yourself, man, ain't nothing wrong with a big chick. Like, now I got a limit, okay? You know what I'm saying?
I got a limit, and look, I got a sizable wingspan, but we talking about like, look, I got to be able to make a full rap. I mean, that's size. That's quite a bit of space right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't make a full hug, you know, we got an issue. But I got look. I give you the loop-de-loop. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
It's Rashida checking in. What's up?
Rashida, how are you this evening? How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm just listening in on this little topic right here.
Okay. Well, what you got to say, Miss Rashida, about Man Up's call and some of the responses to that?
I think everybody can have a preference. I mean, if you like big girls, you like thin girls, brown, white, red, whatever you like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's when you down the other people that don't fit into what you like, that's the problem. Okay, like suppose I like big men, but then I say, oh, skinny men, they so unattractive, they make me throw up. You know, that's the problem.
Okay, so like what you like without discrediting the others.
Exactly. And I agree as far as like if a person is fit, they probably want somebody else as fit as them because they have something in common. You don't want to be at the gym and then you come home and your partner laying up there with some chips, watching TV and eating and you know, I'm just saying it wouldn't fit into your lifestyle because you probably, you know, eating healthy and, you know, doing things. So I don't see that as being a match anyway.
Okay.
But then again, you have some people that fit and that's all they had going for them and then thinking they could be so picky when it comes to somebody else. Yeah, she might not be as fit as you, but you probably got a small package and you ugly. I mean, you have to have something going for yourself and being fit is what you got going. So y'all balance each other out, really. She takes some hits, you take some hits. I mean...
Okay.
That's just how I look at it.
Okay. That's a very interesting situation to be in, man. You know, you don't want to be fit and then coming up short and then you got a whole other array of problems. That's bad business, man. So I can agree with that because the thing is about if it's supposed to be about what you like, and I talk about, you know, people attract or they speak on more what they don't like more than what they like, it seems these days. So I can agree with you, you know, not to talk down on other people when it comes to you addressing your preferences because there's no reason to, you know, like I say, shame or discard anybody else that you don't like. But so you think that there's an unfair balance between men and women stating their preferences? Do men get more flack or do women get more flack, do you feel?
No, I think men definitely get more flack because of the way they come across when they say it. They'll say, oh, I want a woman that they got this, and this. But the other women, they sloppy, they ugly, they this. That's how it's about how you say things.
Okay. So what do you think that we can do to maybe balance this thing, make it fair? Well, I mean, should people be allowed to speak freely or should people just hold those conversations for maybe more private areas? Maybe they should just keep it for more discreet conversation within friends, maybe not so much in public or on public forums.
Exactly. I don't even understand what the point of talking about what you like unless you looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like sometimes people just say things just to get things started.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that girl. Oh, this and that. You know they coming. They finna run your post. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because you gonna get some shit from motherfuckers who you start some shit.
Some people just looking for some drama.
Yeah. That is crazy. That's crazy. So my thing is, do you think people do that on purpose though? To get that attention, to get that drama?
Look, I got as many seconds as I want, Broderick. You don't give me no 30 seconds. Like I said, come hang my phone up to me. I pay this bill, and I'm going to talk on my phone until he hang up on me.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no beef. I don't want no problems. Look, Roger, get Rashida, y'all look. It's going to be a digital scrap before it's all said and done.
Exactly. No. I'm finna block him time I get off this phone.
Oh, don't do it. I have no what is it, the block and delete? Yeah, that's what the good old B&D, the block and delete.
Now I'm just playing. He make me laugh, but he better cut his shit out though. Anyway, I want to talk about Jussie for a quick second.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like they doing too much. Like, why he got to get 16 felony charges?
Yeah, they got to lay the
I was
smack down.
looking at maybe 1 or 2, but not 16.
Yeah, they got to lay the foundation because you know, and again, like I say, when Mike called her, I think he put it out there. Well, they got to make an example out of him, and the way that they doing that is when you put it to that degree, it's almost like he's going to have to take a deal. Yeah, you know, and then he's going to have to admit everything that he did, and then once he makes that admission, in this case, you still got the federal case, and so once you didn't, you know, basically told the truth under oath in this case, you know, you can't lie on that federal case and say nothing, and they basically got you dead to rights, and so I think that they, like I say, they trying to make him play himself, and I think that was the plan from the very jump, like. You know, once they knew that he was lying, once they knew it wasn't true, once they could tell that he was on some bullshit, like I think the plan from the jump was to let him tell these stories, let him put himself out there in public, let him lie, let him just continue to build this case against himself. And they wanted to make sure, you know, they had some rock solid evidence besides the lies when they went and got the Nigerians and got all that together. And so now he's basically in a hole. So it's his situation is either, try to fight it, and then, you know, if you try to go against the state or you trying to go against the city, they're going to definitely give you, they're going to up the charge. I mean, they're going to up the punishment. But if you say, okay, hey, I fucked up, I lied, I did this, I falsified this, that, and the third, then they'll be a bit more lenient, but you're going to have to show your hand. And I think that's just kind of where the situation is, you know?
Exactly. Well, I'm just going to pray for him because I don't think that's right. That's too much. Well, I'm just going to pray for him because I don't think that's right.
I'm about to say, what Echo Code, you got a parent over there? But I think that's ultimately what it is. You know, it's a crazy situation that he in, but he put himself in that situation, so you know, he really ain't got nobody to blame.
Not that much. I mean,
yeah, but like I say, they're gonna finesse him. They hit him for every lie he told. Basically, you know, they putting a charge on him. So because he's had more than enough time to come out, admit, you know, he sat there and said, "Oh yeah, that's the people in the picture. That's the ones that did it." So basically, he wasted so much of their time and money for them trying to pursue this case. Like they're gonna make sure they get their money's worth out of Jussie.
I was all for him going to jail, but now he might be really going to jail. I don't know.
So you ain't really want to go to jail then? You just like the idea of him going to jail. You ain't really want to go to jail.
Yeah, exactly. But now that it might come true, I don't know. I don't know if I want Jussie in jail.
You already after the last few episodes of Empire, so you ain't. So it is what it is. So you know you ain't gonna miss him. And so if they have the trial is public, you gonna go to the trial? You gonna be say if they make it public or they make a big deal about it, you gonna go down to the courthouse and be outside the trial?
No, it's too cold for that.
Well, what about R. Kelly? You ain't gonna go support R. Kelly?
I throw some rocks at him because he's no better. He shouldn't have been doing what he was doing.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, what do you think happens ultimately if R. Kelly beats this case? Do you think people will go back to buying R. Kelly music? Do you think that people are gonna? I mean, like, because what if the possibility? I mean, what if things fall in his favor? We've seen crazier shit happen. What if R. Kelly beats this case and he he's free to be, or he's available to be a free man?
Well, he still got supporters, so I assume those people will still go to his concerts and continue to buy his music.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, he has to work. He has to do something. He can't just retire. If he's not convicted and he's not in jail, he's gonna either start producing people or he gonna have to do something.
So I mean, he got a couple of choices though. He can either do, maybe like start doing private concerts for people who got some money, just want to see him perform, or he could probably, get into the porn industry. I mean, he got some talents. I'm sure they'd be interested in. I'm sure he can probably take up 3 or 4 different niches. He peeing on people and doing some other weird shit. I'm sure he'd probably be into that that teen type shit. And some other shit. So I think he got he got a job one way or another, man. So that's unfortunate for him.
I guess I'll send a prayer up for him too, because he's pathetic too.
Yeah, he might need about 3 of them.
He needs some money because he's still in jail for that child support.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's crazy. He's still in jail. I forgot he was still in there. That's wild.
Yeah.
Somebody
I guess he's gonna go to McDonald's when he get out.
Yeah, somebody need to make him a go. Man, as a matter of fact, somebody put that on my on that video I did talking about he need a GoFundMe. Nigga, what? Nah, fuck that. Shit, he just got a free. Where do you need to go, man? Come on. Look, it is what it is.
I think he got some money. He's just trying to keep it hid for these lawsuits. Then he's gonna come out with his money.
Yeah, he just be playing his hand. I wonder if he in that bitch singing like a motherfucker. They probably talking about, come on, R. Kelly, put on a concert, nigga, before we beat your motherfucking ass. So that's what it is. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Well, Miss Rashida.
Yeah, y'all know he's going to McDonald's when he get out. He said that's his favorite restaurant.
No, that's terrible. If he go back, if he do that shit 2 times in a row, that's crazy. Like he did it the first time he got out of jail. He wasn't even in that bitch that long. He can go to McDonald's like, that nigga act like that nigga did about 10 years didn't go to McDonald's or some shit. That motherfucker there is he all right. Go to Chick-fil-A or something. Y'all got Chick-fil-A up there?
Yeah, we got a few.
Okay. Making sure.
Yeah, I like Chick-fil-A.
What about y'all got a Whataburger?
I think I don't know.
Y'all ain't got that Whataburger.
Some of this stuff is coming out. We have it there, and I don't even know about it.
Yeah, y'all ain't on that Whataburger. Y'all ain't ready for that right there. You know what I'm talking about?
I think we got 5 guys or something like that.
Okay. That's Jesse's favorite restaurant. Y'all, he would have went to 5 Guys, because that's really his thing. But that bitch was closed, so he went to Subway.
5 Guys happened to be the name of his favorite restaurant.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He liked the meat patties. I'm just saying. That's his thing. He liked the meat. He want the beef.
Oh Lord, have mercy, poor Justin.
Nah, I ain't no damn poor Jesse did that shit to his goddamn self. He knew what he was doing, and he just didn't think it was gonna work out like that.
Look how pretty he is.
Man, that motherfucker gonna be right at home. He hope he go to prison. Shit, he gonna go in there. That's a vacation for him. He gonna be in that motherfucker. The only thing he gonna be mad about, the damn jumpsuit. Outside of that, he gonna be in heaven. He gonna be loving that shit. That's like, come on. It's like sending a nigga to an all female prison. You gonna be in that motherfucker loving it. What? I don't care if these bitches look a little rough. Hey, there's nothing but broads in here. It's me. Shit. It is what it is. But that motherfucker, he ain't gonna do no real hard time, no pause. But he gonna do a little bit of time, and I don't even think he gonna do any time. I think he gonna make a plea deal, and he gonna fucking, they're gonna make him do some community service and make a public service announcement or some shit, and pay them some money, restitution, and they gonna make a spectacle of. Basically, he gonna be working free for the Chicago Police Department for a little while, and then they gonna hit him. Then they gonna hit him with the letter charge. Then he gonna go to jail.
Cause he's unemployed, so he got time.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing to do. Yeah, he a full-time activist right now. So.
It's gonna be a while before anybody hire him though. So I don't know what he's gonna do in the meantime.
Yeah, he'll do something. It's people, like I said, there's going to be some people looking out for him. There's some higher-ups up there looking out for him. And like I said, I think he's holding on to some names that's a part of something who may have helped instill this idea in his mind. But we're going to see, this This whole situation is wild, man, and we're gonna see what happens with it.
I never thought it was gonna turn out like this. I really thought it was some real people that beat him up.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, just looking at it from the jump, everything that was involved with it, that shit was crazy. Like, it was just, I couldn't believe that shit. It was like, come on, man. You know, I got jumped by some motherfuckers, but he got like this little perfect little paper cut under his eye and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
And if you remember back to the beginning, we said he was lying.
Yeah.
We said it was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And people was mad. They was trying to say you don't believe victims, and now they quiet. They can't say shit. Just watch me play out like the rest of us.
In hiding. Yeah, something about. But the only thing people talking about now is that the Chicago Police Department is crooked. Exactly. But I'm like, what they got to do with this shit? Y'all know this man lied. Like, let that shit go. It might have happened in some other case, and if it did, you know, that pertains to those cases. We talking about this man right here, what he did. There would have been no incident had he engaged and initiated that shit. So that's on him, man. That's on him.
Yeah, he did bring it on himself, though.
Yeah. Motherfucker, he must have been bored and shit. I still don't understand how he thought that shit was going to, you know, make him some more money. But I guess it made sense to him.
He done lost a lot more than he was supposed to get, though. Yeah. He done lost too much money, paying lawyers, paid them Nigerians for nothing.
Yeah. Personal training. If they say so, I don't believe it. But it is what it is. All right. Well, Ms. Rashida, I appreciate your call. I don't want Broderick to catch me slipping. He might whoop me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do nothing to you. You know, because you a lady and he's a gentleman. But he might Broderick might try to whoop me because I let you stay on the phone too long. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no beef. You know what I'm talking about?
Ain't nobody worried about him. He knows he can come see me hang my phone up anytime.
Anytime. What? Okay. Hold up. What you is you about that life, Broderick? We'll find out. But
about that life.
Well, that's a bet. Like I said, Mr. Reed, I appreciate the call, man. You know you're gonna be my go-to informant on what's happening. I'm gonna be checking in with you. Already.
Okay then.
All right. Good evening. What? Man, look, Jack would see. That's gonna be the thing, you know, because I told y'all, you know, we talked to a couple of people. I don't know the interest level, but I'm gonna get ready to wind it up here shortly. But you know, I'm talking about maybe trying to find a sponsor for the den, you know, the sauce or whatever or whatnot. It's gonna be tough because I'll be talking too crazy to this bitch. I'm like, well, could you tone it down? Fuck no, I can't tone it down. God damn it. Oh, whoa. What did I just see right now? Whataburger got the hard bun. No. Whataburger is soft and delicious. I won't take this slander. Jack in the Box. I can't see it. Jussie is innocent. Okay. Well, whenever that happens, make sure you come back and let us all know about it. Whataburger breakfast is delicioso, and let me see. Whataburger's whole menu is great. You a hater. The fucking jalapeno cheddar biscuits, them hoes are delicious. Okay, if you say so. Make sure you here to be the one to tell me that I'm wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The biggity boudin, man. That used to be the shit. I remember used to hear that when they used to be at the clubs at night. Motherfuckers be getting the food. I used to be staying up late when I was young. You hear them motherfuckers on there talking to talking about, I'm finna go over and get some food and be able to buy the pit and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit would be hilarious. That's funny. Being framed by a white man. That's cool. That sounds neato. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about your theory here. I would like to know the intricate details and inner workings of this. This is funny. I think this is a quality troll attempt. Man, so yeah, so I'm waiting. Let me know more about this. I'm very intrigued. But like I said, that's the thing. So definitely gotta go find a strip club and just say, look, gotta find a little hole in the wall strip club. Say, look, the Den sponsors. Or I wonder, nah, that wouldn't work. That's an interesting idea. But, yeah. About free Jussie. Jussie free. The motherfucker bailed out. Jussie free walking around right now. Shit. They got a couple more days. Yeah. So, we got to make it shake. Diamonds. Where Diamonds at? I'm telling you, I've been out the loop. Literally out the loop. I gotta go find some spots, but I got some. Matter of fact, I need to check and see when they're supposed to be here. I got some cars coming in, and I'm gonna start getting on my heavy promotion game, and really start getting in hot pursuit of trying to, garner some. Some sponsorships and things like that. Let me really get this thing turned up. So, but with that being said, my friends in the Den, all you denizens, all you dengenerates, I appreciate you for coming through. I appreciate you for the good conversation. But it is about that time. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, okay. So it says, I don't think it is. It's okay. I thought it got to that bitch is closer than I thought. I thought it was gonna be. She might be here tomorrow. She's supposed to be here on Monday. So with that being said, with the cars come in and get to work. But I appreciate all you degenerates, you denizens, you friends in the Den, and you Den folk. What'd you say? What are you talking about? Democracy. What is that? One plusies? What kind of name is that? I don't even know what that is. That's cool. Jussie's the new OJ. That's hilarious. But I don't know what he was saying. I don't even know what he's talking about. But we'll get ready to oh man, the Richmond Street back and over. That's what shit. When it used to go down. Look, I'm gonna see if I can. I think it'll be the Jussie Smollett video is gonna be sponsored by Honcho. But here's the deal. Because I need to do 2 sauces tomorrow. But I'm gonna call it a wrap. I fucks with y'all, man. Make sure you guys are following the Den on all the proper socials. Facebook.com/DenShowLive. If you're on Facebook, go to that and you can join the Den Facebook group, link in the description below. Twitter and Instagram, same name, different platforms at Den Show Live. Yes. So can I make this to a podcast? Man, I gotta start recording the podcast. That's what I need to start doing. And it's been my morning timing. I got to get that right because I've still been on my grind because I gotta make it happen. Like I say, but I'm still pushing forward so we can get this goal. Because once we achieve this goal, I plan on hitting a home run. Like, we gonna we'll never look back. And I think we will take this thing to a level that I don't think anybody else is doing. And I'm gonna be honest, man, like, just you know, I got to give my little dose of love because I sincerely do appreciate y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, hold on. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Look, it was by popular demand and shit, you know. Why you trying to get off?
What you mean? Hold on.
What's the deal?
I'm finna, you know, I've been on shit. What is this? 3.5 hours. I'm finna call it a wrap. Take a nap.
Aww,
you know,
really?
we didn't cover the Jussie. You know, we talked about our Kells. We talked about some black issues somewhere.
God.
We didn't talk about. Oh, you know what? I don't think you were in here when we answered this question. So while you're live on the phone. All right, I got a question for you. Mm-hmm. So, or maybe you did say, but I don't know if you did. You say the answer. I didn't hear it. So, were you here for the cheating question?
No, okay. I was not.
Okay. So, you are cheating on your significant other, and you step outside of the hotel room, and you look and see your significant other stepping outside of a hotel room with their side piece. Oh, yes, well, you're stepping outside of the hotel room with your side piece, and then you see your significant other stepping outside the hotel room with their side piece. Now, you have a good relationship, no arguing, no fighting, everything else is kosher. What is the next move?
I mean, shit. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, by that point, I mean, how can you even be mad? So it would just be like, all right, then, you do you, I do me, we finish up. I'll talk to you later when you come home, motherfucker.
That's crazy.
I don't know. That's kind of crazy. There's nothing I could say. I mean, if I'm there and he's there, you know, shut up. I know about that's crazy, okay? So don't act like that, Heidi. But that is crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with that. I mean, like I said, how can I be mad? I can't be mad. I'm there with my side piece. He there with his. So I give you that one night, I guess, maybe.
So I don't know. You don't just turn it into a party?
Nah, I can't do all that. I have to kill somebody.
Damn. I mean, so you get a free pass, but no party.
I'm not the type for sharing.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't do that.
So it's like a hall pass, but not a share type situation.
Right, because that's not gonna happen. I can't do that. That's just gonna cause problems. Like anybody that does threesomes or anything like that. I mean, I don't know. You just bound for problems. Like you just gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying, damn, maybe he doing something that he didn't do with you to her, and then that's gonna make you think feel some type of way, or you know, it could be a lot of stuff. But I don't know. Me personally, I think I would blank. Like it didn't even matter if there was somebody else. You know, if it was 4 of us. Like I don't know. I think I would blank. I can't. I'd rather not know. I've thought about open relationship type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it is kind of hard, and I'd rather be honest. You know what I'm saying? Than sneaking off to the side. You know, and have me wonder. I'd rather like not know, but at the same time do know. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had an open relationship, I'd be like, look, you better hide that shit. But I ain't gonna get mad. You know, I'm not gonna look for it. You know, let's put it that way. But yeah. I don't know. Sometimes you might need that, you know what I'm saying? Because you with the same person for 15-something years, 20-something years, you know what I'm saying? You do get to the point where you feel like, you know, damn, I could have hit that last night, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't because I'm with somebody, you know what I mean? But damn, I want to try that shit, you know? But that's when the infidelity and the lies start coming in, which makes it a whole lot worse.
It makes it crazy.
It sure does.
Okay. So I mean, I just wanted to get your opinion.
You don't think so?
I mean, you know, I look at it like this: if I'm in that situation, you know, I'm finna definitely try to maximize my opportunities, but then there's still additional parties that subtract from the equation. So it's a lot to think about in a situation like that. But as far as open relationships and things like that, I don't know. You know, because I'm going to be honest, usually I'm about equality for everybody and, you know, fairness and all that other good shit. But nah, I ain't trying to be.
But what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander, huh?
Correct. Ganders. So there's some shit like that. So
I can understand that, but that's not fair though. You can't say that.
Life ain't fair, it be like that sometimes. So.
I just said fuck that shit.
I'm cool. Everything else is cool. Everything else is kosher. But if we talking about an open relationship or something, look, you're gonna have to start diking or something, because it ain't gonna be all this other shit.
Oh, so that would make it better?
I don't know. It depends on what kind of dyke too, I guess. But because you can't be having no other. It can't be no nigga resembling motherfucker. I don't care if it's a man or if it resemble a little nigga. It just ain't happen. It just don't.
See, that's what I don't understand about people that go, that's gay. Like, I don't understand that. Like, either do you want to cheat? Because I'm bi. So, but my bi is like, another pretty female. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got to be a female. Like, you can't just be, straight up stud looking like a dude. I might as well have a dude then. You know what I'm saying? For me, it would be because I want to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put on no strap, nothing like that. Because, like I said, you can go somewhere else for that.
Interesting.
I'm trying to do other things.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That would mean, hey, I appreciate you being honest about that.
That's why I don't understand. Somebody need to clarify that for me. Why would you want, or a dude, you know what I'm saying, that's gay for dudes, why would you want a dude that looks like a female or dresses up as a female? Why not just have you a female that's into that kinky shit and bring a dildo to the table? I don't know. I mean, some people like stuff like that, but I'm like, why not do that? Why just go, you know what I'm saying? That kind of gets it kind of confusing. Like, are you really gay or you just, I don't know. Like, that's crazy to me.
I don't know. It's all, yes, that's all crazy. That's crazy. This is crazy. Everything crazy. But yeah, no, I do think it's wild. I think the strap-on stuff is weird. I think, the dressing like a chick shit is weird. Like, why not go get the real thing? It's just it's like you I don't know. Like I said, I can't explain shit. I know I talked to her because I had a friend. She was a lesbian, or she was a fake lesbian, but she's still cool. She alright. She was just confused. But she would say that, well, because you get everything you get in a man, and then they but they treat you emotionally like, well, no, they don't. And fucking lesbians and I think it's bisexual people who have the most domestic violence, but like lesbians are followed up right after that. Like, and that's the crazy thing. People sit there talking about men beating women, but by percentage wise, fucking lesbian relationships have way more domestic violence than male female relationships.
And I believe it, because you would hit another female first before you hit another man. Well, I would. So, I mean, yeah. I can understand that. I could see that.
Yeah.
And dudes, it's the same thing. You fighting with a man, you're not hitting a woman, even though she looked like one. But, so, yeah, I can understand it. But that's great. But, yeah, that's crazy. Damn you, Heidi. See, now I can't even say that shit without laughing. It's all her fucking fault.
You trying to hit me with the that's crazy. It don't work like that. But I definitely understand. Like, yes, I don't understand. But yeah, definitely the reason why that shit happens is craziness. But so, I mean, and she would sit there and try to say, oh, because, they all look like this. She'll pull up some old pictures of some motherfuckers with some 6-packs and shit. But hell the fuck no, they don't. The motherfuckers be looking like Star Wars fanboys and shit. The motherfuckers look like some other shit. I seen something like live and in person. And I was like, because we was helping. I think this might have been the time we was helping her move. So we had to go somewhere to go get some of her stuff for her. And it was some old crazy looking lesbians. I'm saying that's what lesbians really look like, not this old fantasy shit you got in your head. Because you sure ain't been dating no motherfuckers that look like that.
Right.
So it's just some old crazy shit, babe. So.
See, you can't even do it without laughing. See, you fucked it up. You can't even say that.
No, this is genuine because it's genuinely crazy. This has nothing to do with with that's crazy or Heidi's shenanigans or infiltration of the den. And this is just
I believe you. I'm just fucking well, I believe you.
Yes. But I see you trying to get me to extend this den.
Just a little bit, because you got 24 people. you know, the other night you only had like 5. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about you got. Though. Yeah. See, y'all ain't calling in enough. That's the problem, ain't it? Tell them, Honcho.
No, that ain't it. Like I say, we're just, we just gonna get ready to wind it down. Cause see, this is what I want to do. Is like I said, I don't want to let the den feel forced and just drawn out. You know what I'm saying? I want to give, even if it's just a couple hours, and some good, powerful den content. I don't want to just be, just drawing it out just for the sake of drawing it out. So, I think it just stays better if am refreshed.
True, give them something else to look forward to. I feel you. I understand.
All the good content at once,
Well, all right, Honcho. I ain't gonna keep you up then. Y'all have a good night.
All right,
and catch you next time.
All right, don't get caught up in no pizza threesomes, and we'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right. Yeah, man. Oh, fuck. I wasn't trying to read that shit. I did not expect to read that shit. Oh, my fucking God. That's why I fuck with y'all, man. That's why I fuck with y'all in the den. Because, it just be sometimes the most unexpected motherfucking oh, my God. Look like Webster. That's fucking hilarious. Good grief. Good grief. Sean, what's the motherfucking deal? But, man, we're going to get ready to wind it down. Yeah, we was getting ready to wind it down. We've been talking some shit and talking some craziness. But, we'll be back at it mañana, the same den time, same den channel. Damn. But I appreciate y'all for coming through. I thank y'all. And like I said, we got so much more to go. We got so much more to grow. But with that being said, hey, y'all be cool, man. Y'all ain't got to go home. But I gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. I'm gone. Yeah, the intro fucked up. I mean, you had the audio, ain't that a bitch? Only got, what I'm talking about, just like a little piece of it. It's all good, though. Fucks with y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow.